That is
All
true.
right, it's Thursday night. It's time for the BS sessions, motherfuckers. What's up, Jerry?
What's up, everybody, man? I am doing fine. I am retired.
Hey,
I
hey,
am
hey. Before you say
what,
that,
what, what, what?
Jerry, I got your magazine right here now.
I've had that for 4 years now, man. I read it. I I read it. I read every fucking. Hey, man, you know what? You have to embrace it. Take the coupons.
Hey, you get a
Take
discount
the
from
discounts.
Outback Steakhouse for 10% off, man. Come on.
You know what? You live to
Oh
50.
shit.
Enjoy the perks, man. It's not an easy thing to do nowadays, so enjoy it. And I do, and I intend to. So from now on, here on out, I got a great fucking summer ahead of me, man. My boy Andy, we're gonna have a fucking great time at Rocklahoma. I can't wait for that, man. That's gonna be
That's gonna be
fun.
fun.
But anyway, enough of my bullshit. Let's get into the fucking guests, man. Boy, we got a fucking action-packed lineup. First of all, joining us later will be Al Horta. I assume Mark said he's going to be on our show, so hopefully he'll be on later. But Favio Vegas, man, in the Black Sabbath shirt, man. That's what you fucking wear, dude. There you go. What's up, brother?
What's up, guys? Yeah, glad to be here. This is always a good time seeing you guys and talking music of all sorts.
I agree. Always good to have you on, man. And then Mike, man, Mike Tyler, Metal Mike, dude. I
What's up,
fucking
bro?
love
How
this
you doing,
guy.
man?
My metal church brother. I love this fucking guy, dude. How are you, man?
I'm doing good, man. Thanks for asking, man. Thanks for having me on. As
Oh, dude,
an honor as always, man.
always
That
glad to have
Doomsday
you.
thing, I heard a couple songs. I downloaded the shit.
Loved
That
it.
shit is fucking great,
I
man.
told
Loved
you,
it.
man. I'm
Fucking, I
not gonna
love
steer
it.
you wrong, dude.
Yeah, I haven't got into the newer Overkill stuff yet, but I will eventually here. So I'm
Hey,
looking
You
forward
man,
to
haven't?
take
it.
your
Scorch
time
is
with it,
good.
dude. But yeah, yeah, I think the last several Overkill releases have been really, really solid.
I
I
agree.
think they've had a resurgence. Death Angels definitely had a resurgence. Um, Testament, I think, still puts out pretty good material, man. I just
Yeah,
saw
they
them
do.
live an evening with Testament, which was fucking amazing. Saw them
My son and
Saturday,
I
and then
saw that last week.
The Wednesday before that, I saw Exodus with Havoc, and they were great.
Man.
And the band that opened up for them was a Chicago newer thrash metal band, part of I guess what you call this, which shit's been going on since like what 2007 2008, the new wave of thrash metal, man. They're called Misfire from Chicago, and they were pretty cool too. I dug them, man, so I went and got all their stuff from Bandcamp immediately, started playing it on my show like that because that's how
Awesome. Have you and Fabio been on a show together?
we have not. Hey Fabio, nice to meet you,
Well,
man.
there we
I,
go.
I thought
Now,
we were on
I
one a
think it
while
was
back.
Fabio. I think it was Fabio that was on an episode of you guys'. I think it was Freeform. Um, it was the Metallica albums. That was you, wasn't it, dude?
Yeah, yeah.
oh,
You
okay.
That was a really cool, like where you guys compared each of the era's
Right.
album track per track. I loved it, man. I was listening to that, believe it or not, Mark, on the way to Rockin' Pod.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah, it was a cool episode, man. I was like,
So you're the one. Cool. Thanks, man.
They were
yeah,
averaging over 400 an episode downloads. And I
Yeah,
was like,
we've graduated from not being sucky, so that's good, you know.
yeah, so
well,
Rock
I
and
mean, I
Metal
kind of feel
Combat
like me and
Podcast, we
Bushy are
love you.
kind of on the same thing. Sorry, Mark. I
Okay.
think, just being more consistent, like we've got two, maybe three episodes in the can already, and we're going even further with it. So, anyway, I'm sorry, Mark. What was you going to say?
Oh, I'm just saying we're not that sucky as Rock and Metal Combat Podcast always says we are. We love you guys, by the way.
Oh, I strive to be on you and Bushy's level, man. So hopefully
Oh,
eventually I
well,
can be there
shit,
someday.
man. Thank
But
you so much. But the one
dude,
thing
I have your shirt. I have your shirt, man. So come
I
on, man. You
know,
got
and I'm
respect.
honored, man. I am honored and flattered, and like, wow. Well, there's that. I don't know if you know him, but it's a buddy of mine. He was actually one of my first listeners when I first started doing online radio from Australia. Adam Marshall,
I
um,
know. Yeah.
and yeah, Adam's a great guy, man.
He
He
doesn't
was one of
like
the
me though.
first. He was one of the first dudes to wear a Metal Mike shirt, like one of the original Metal Mike shirts when I was at TMS, man, and would like show me pictures of him walking around town. And I'm just like, wow, Again, I'm flattered. I'm honored, man.
Hey,
I wore that. I wore that to Rockin' Pod. Actually,
You
I don't know if you've
did.
seen me
You
wearing it
did. And I was like, whoa.
80 pounds ago. But
Hey,
Hey.
Adam's a cool dude. He just our personalities don't match, and we don't.
Right.
He doesn't get along with me because he doesn't understand my sarcasm.
Right.
So if you don't
Hey,
see
man,
me, so if you don't see me wearing it anymore, Mike, I'm sorry, it just doesn't fit me anymore. So
no, it's all right, brother. I mean, hell, I think in that actual shirt in the photo, I was like 100 pounds ago. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
really?
oh yeah, I was a lot.
And
Yeah,
You
all
need to
be
make a
heavy
new
back
one,
then.
Cranium Radio Metal Mike,
well, we're working on
and
that.
get Bill on there. Get Bildo on there, man.
We're wanting it. Well, my brother right now, as you know, he just made a new
Yeah.
plug image, and then he did a new profile picture. We're going to try to make merch for that for the plug, but he's also working on an image for the Metal Mike show, which will be like it'll be based on pictures of me and Bill, but it'll be him using his Photoshop. Plus, he uses a little bit of AI to like just give him ideas, but then he refines it. And I'm really happy with that image he made, man. I was like, holy shit.
You blowing up? You're blowing.
Yeah, well, it was the way Bushy described it. Bushy had posted something because he didn't really want to bother my brother because he knows Dave's been, Scapegoat's been going through some stuff. But he had posted a thing like we were going to pay somebody to do it. And the way he described it, he's like, well, I want Metal Mike to look like he's having a like when he's having one of his meltdowns, as Brian Davis calls it. And
I love that picture. I love that picture of the head explosion.
Yeah,
It's
I
pretty
love
cool.
it's I mean,
They should have had you flip your lid a little bit too. Like
I
your
just
head.
I just had a conversation with my brother on the phone. That's why it took so long to get on here, man. He told me to tell the boys hello. So
I love your
greetings from
brother, man.
Scapegoat, man.
He's amazing.
Yeah,
All right, and
hey
then
man, he's my musical mentor. Without him, I don't know if I'd be the Metal
Yeah.
Mike right now, you know.
all right, and then we got Andy Rodriguez, my fucking newest brother. Love this fucking guy. I'm looking forward to meeting him in person finally in a couple of months. How you
Andy
doing,
rules. How you doing,
Hey.
Andy?
Thank you guys. Thanks, Mike, and thanks, Jerry, and thank you for having me again. I absolutely love being here on Thursdays, so this is great.
You
Let
know,
me try to get to my list.
you're like the honorary third host, man.
Well,
I don't-
him
I
and
don't-
Joseph
I don't-
Staub. Him and
yeah.
Joseph Staub.
Yeah, I don't think we'll ever have a third host again because that never seems to work out. But if we
Right.
ever had to, man, we'd consider you. Just want to let you know.
Well, thank you.
Well, we'd have like put him and Joseph together.
Oh, Joseph, man.
Oh,
What
yeah.
a
Don't
what
forget
a
about
great
Joseph, man.
what a great fucking guy he is, man.
Yeah, he
it's so
is.
cool to see. It's cool, so cool to see these young guys, young kids get into this fucking great music, man. I love it. He knows more fucking about music than probably all of us combined.
Oh,
it
yeah.
seems.
Joseph is
Guys,
very knowledgeable.
Yeah,
He got me into King Crimson. I never heard
Yeah.
King Crimson.
That's why I said. I mean, that's why I think he's a perfect host for our new
Yeah.
Heavy Water Stick show. I think that's going to be awesome.
Yeah, but
It is
that Crash the Crown episode's got to be a fucking.
You know what? I've been listening to it more, and I'm going to force myself to eventually like it, man, because we'll see how that goes. But anyway, man, Mark, let's start some BS, brother. What do you got?
All right,
tonight,
what
man?
are we doing tonight, though?
Oh, by the way, we're doing our favorite songs of 1970, and that should be very interesting. It
It's
was
a
very
year
hard
of
for
me
me-
and Metals Mike's birth. By
It
the way.
is.
Yeah.
Oh, mine's 71, so I didn't think you guys were older than I am, but I guess you are. So
Yeah,
cool.
Jerry, I've always been.
I'm the baby of the show. Well, no, I guess you got Andy's younger than I am. I think Fabio is too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so oh well. Fuck it. For a minute, for 30 seconds, I thought it was.
Mike's
So
the oldest here. He's like a day.
By
older
one
than me.
day.
One day.
All right, so that's gonna be fun to get into. Anyway, as I said, Mark, what do you got, dude?
What I got some news, man. Sammy Hagar is happy about Daily Roth's return to live stage. Everyone should enjoy
Yeah.
what we're both trying to do. What do you think about that? It's the first
Yeah.
positive thing I heard Sammy say about David in years. So I don't know.
There's the only thing I got to say about it right there. Fuck that guy. You know what? In all seriousness, Sammy has held out as far as performing better than Dave has. However, Dave was pretty impressive on his last show, I have to admit. I just don't know about this. Why is this dude always talking shit, dude? He's so full of shit. And what's he trying to prove by this? Is he trying to save face by saying this or what? I don't get what he's trying to do. I don't understand this dude at all, man. That's why.
Dude, I gave up. It's Sammy Hagar, bro. You figure it out, and I'm not a Hagar hater like some of our podcasting brethren are. I love I love the Montrose records. I liked a lot of Sammy's solo stuff. You've heard me say this more than once. I feel like Eddie Van Halen and Sammy Hagar, it breaks my heart to feel this way, but I feel like at the time, and I still feel that way, they kind of mutually neutered each other. A lot of people were like,
Absolutely.
and then they want to throw a different kind of truth to me. I'm like, dude, those songs were written when Dave was in the band back in the day. They were songs they never finished. That's why they're as good as they are. I really don't think, like, let's say they didn't have that material and Dave and them get back together. I don't know if they would have put out anything near as strong. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. It's all conjecture, really. But my problem with Sammy, a lot of it, it's like a while back when he told Alex Van Halen, leave me alone. Dude, he hasn't fucking talked to you or bothered you and over. I mean,
Right?
Sammy, you slagged him in your book, which I did read, by the way. It was an interesting read. Half the shitty.
Oh, it was a very good read, actually. Come to think about it,
but it was. But some of it, I'm going like when he was trying to make it out like he was as big as Van Halen. I'm like,
Right.
really, really? Look, brother, I was there. I was just a kid, but I was there, and I'm sorry. And I'm from St. Louis, and Sammy's a huge deal here. You were never as big as Van fucking Halen. You just weren't, okay?
No.
You know, and the thing is, like, I know some people like Van Hagar, and that's fine, man. You know, hey, different strokes for different folks. And I know some people are just huge Van Halen fans, and they even like the Van Sharon era. Hey, again, more power to you. Rock out your cock out, jam out with your clam out. I don't care, you know. But for me,
I'm sorry, did you say jam out with your clam out? I like that one. I've never heard that one before. That's pretty good.
You don't listen to the plug, do you?
I've listened to it a few times. I've not heard the jam out.
He says that a lot. He says that
I do
a lot.
say that.
I will be listening a lot more.
I have certain phrases that I say, certain, you know, and that's one of them. Rock out with your cock out, which isn't original at all, but jam out with your clam out.
I listen to every fucking episode.
So. There's no bigotry on our shows.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for that. And I try to listen to, I try. I don't know. Because the thing with you guys is what I'll do, and I do this to a lot of podcasts. I'll stockpile a bunch of episodes, and then I'll like binge listen. And that's what I did with you guys, man. I listened to like, I don't know how many episodes in a row. The Black Sabbath one that you did with Travis was great. Favio, you were great on the Metallica one, man. You guys were great on that one. Yeah, you guys are on a roll, man. I'm proud of you, man.
Thank you, man. That's major for me as a fan.
Thank you, man. Dude, because I mean, seriously, dude. I mean, what you guys are doing. I
there he is. There's
got a good nucleus there on Freeform, and even here getting the different people to come on and stuff, you know, and you know, I'll try to come on more often, man, because you know I am a podcast whore. I will admit that, man. You know, I'm like, sure, it could be a podcast about pottery. Let's do it.
Hey, you know what? Come to think about it, I know something about pottery. So
well, there you go, Jerry. You and I can appear on there.
We could talk about Pottery Barn.
I used to own a kiln, if that means anything.
Oh shit!
So,
hey,
my brother messed with that stuff.
You were like fucking in Ghost with the.
No, however, with Demi Moore, I would have done that any day of the week and twice on Sunday, but that's just me.
That's a metal Mike-ism there.
Anyway, Al, man, how you doing, brother? Good to see you.
Al. What's going on?
I'm late.
Oh, you're
not really. We just started.
You're fashionably late is cool, dude. So.
We're on the first.
Do you want to ask Al his thoughts on the?
Yeah, because we just started with the first topic. Sammy Hagar is happy about David Lee Roth's return to live stage. Everyone should enjoy what we're both trying to do.
I agree with him. There's so much division in Van Halen, dude. It's just like, if Sammy fans love it and then Dave fans love it, dude, that's all that matters, bro. Go see who you love, man. Go see Dave, go see Sammy, whatever, dude. It's all good, man. To me, you know.
Yeah, I agree. I don't like that. Yeah.
If you don't want to go see one of them, don't go, man.
Yeah, I don't like that era, but man,
I'm going to see David Lee Roth with Bill. And
I don't think he's playing here. I would go see him too.
Yeah, Bill heard about it and fucking got the tickets right then and there, man.
I mean, I've seen them on their for Unlawful Carnal Knowledge tour, and to their credit, man, they tore the house down. Yeah, people were loving it. They were having a good time.
I enjoyed that tour.
I had to go because I was with the girl. And,
David Lee Roth is coming down here to Tampa, and I'll go catch him.
Oh, dude, definitely, man.
And he's got backup singers, and that's amazing. He knows he can't do it all by himself. And
hey, man, backup singers
amazing.
are better than tapes.
It's better than that shit he was doing like 5 years ago.
Yeah, way better.
And here's the other thing about Dave. He's doing what I think Ian Gillan has done. Like, Ian Gillan knows that he can't hit some of those notes that he used to.
Right.
So what he's done is the band will arrange the music differently so he can sing it in a different style. I mean, Ozzy's been doing that for a number of years, because even Zach, when they play together, there's a video they got, where Ozzy was like, well, I want to give it my all. And he goes, that's fine, boss, but it's not 1980 something. And he goes, fuck, it ain't even 1990 something. And it ain't even 2000 anymore, boss. And I was just cracking up. Like, he's just basically telling Ozzy, like, look, dude, yeah, you're still, I mean, I think Ozzy's still got a pretty decent voice for a man his age, but he ain't in his prime, man.
No.
He's not like, I'll tell you what, he's not an anomaly like, say, Glenn Hughes. That guy blows me away because he still sounds just as good, if not better than he did when he was 20-something years old. It blows my mind, man. Yeah. I've seen Glenn 3 times. He
made some sort of deal with the devil, man.
Right. He must have, man. Considering the fact the man did as much coke as Ozzy did.
and not to blow my horn about Styx, but Tommy Shaw, man, that guy sounds just like he did in the fucking early 70s.
There's certain guys that still sound great.
All right. Man. Since you brought up Styx, dude, I gotta ask you, Jerry.
Sure.
Dion or Shaw, who's your guy? You have to pick.
You know what? Here's the thing. I saw Dennis Young a few years ago. And for the longest time, I'd seen Styx where Lawrence Gowan's been the singer. So I kind of got tired of hearing Gowan singing the Styx songs.
Yeah.
And when I saw Dennis fucking perform live, he was amazing. I mean, an amazing.
Well, I'm sure. Hey, the guy dude, I love Dennis DeYoung.
I mean, it was, I guess it was more refreshing to see that, I guess, him singing the songs. Because to me, I think Lawrence Gowan sings the like Grand Illusions, songs like that better. But when he sings Lady or Come Sail Away, it's like, oh, it's cringeworthy to me, man. I can't. And granted, it's hard to cut. It's hard to.
Well, there's only one Dennis DeYoung.
Exactly.
That's kind of the problem,
But Dennis DeYoung tried to make them fucking.
He did. He tried to make him the Manilow territory, as Tommy Shaw likes to refer to it. But
what's he call it?
The Barry Manilow. He tries to get him to be like Barry, join the Barry Manilow ranks or something like that. I forget what he said up behind the music, something like that. But
I'm a Tommy Shaw guy. I'm not.
Oh,
I love Dennis, man. I think Dennis is great too. But I'm a Tommy guy, man.
I'm with you on that. I'm a Tommy guy.
Again, as a whole, they're better together. But
they are. I mean, okay, it's just like it's like Lennon McCartney. Okay, they did some cool stuff solo and post Beatles. But let's be honest, they were at their best when they were together.
Yes.
Okay. I don't think they're going to ever get back together, but I hope if they do get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, they'll perform. I think they will perform together.
All right, guys, let's get to Fabio. What do you think about what Sammy said about David?
Well, I love both of them. I love both of them in Van Halen and out of Van Halen, but Sammy needs to just stop talking about David Lee Roth.
Well,
good or bad.
Quit. He needs to quit talking about Eddie Van Halen too. Like, I mean, maybe not so much Eddie, but Alex. It's like, dude, let it go, man. Just let it go. Fuck, man.
Yeah, just do your thing and that's it.
Right.
Man.
Just be Sammy and do what you're doing. And but it's like he just can't help him. He's like, well, I just don't know why Edward won't want to talk to me. Well. Golly gee, Sammy, maybe, I don't know, maybe you wrote a different book than the one I read, but,
That was a shit book. Yeah.
You did. He aired their dirty laundry, man, and you can't, what do you expect? You burnt that bridge, dude, and I'm not saying that Eddie and Alex are fucking angels here. Like them getting mad at Sammy because he made Mas Tequila successful. It's like, well, you left it to him. You and he made a success that I don't see how you can be mad about that, but at the end of the day, it's none of my fucking business. I don't care, but it's just like a lot of the shit that Sammy said in his book was pretty brutal, man, and I just think that's not going to endear you to those guys,
Right.
Let's just be honest.
Anything else, Fabio, on that?
No. I think that's about it. Yeah, just quit yapping about DLR. Nobody,
yeah. How about Go Trastros? What do you think about that?
What's that?
Oh, I just made fun of Andy. Go Astros.
Oh, Astros.
Yeah, that's funny. It's funny because the Dodgers were doing the same thing at the same time.
Oh, here we go.
We were beating trash cans. Okay.
No, y'all weren't beating trash cans, but y'all were stealing signs and had been doing it electronically. There's books written about it.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, go check out a book.
Shots fired.
To find out more.
I don't know how to read, so I'm good.
Well,
oh
damn,
you
don't know. So, I like this.
Well, do I sense some tension over here?
I love you, Andy. It's
man, they're always going back and forth.
No, but he brings it up all the time. I didn't say anything.
You do bring it up once in a while.
No,
he does go overboard the Dodgers shit, man. So every 5 minutes he's posting something about the Dodgers.
He does.
He does. He loves his team, man. So good,
Yeah, but he's all happy that Clayton Kershaw pitched so good against the minor league teams.
Hey, no, because I watched his slider drop. His slider looked great. That's why. It looked like old.
Yeah, you got a lot of spare
well, let's see how he does on Saturday.
He's picking against players that aren't even.
Anyway, Andy, what do you guys say? What do you got to say?
Take this to Pop the Mitt and crack the bat, all right?
He won't come on.
That'd be a whole episode. I would come on there just to talk about
it. Here's me on that show.
No, but I think it was 2000 or 2001 when I was able to see David Lee Roth open up for Sammy Hagar. So that was fun to see both of them.
No, wait, was that opening up or co-headlining? They just switched.
Co-headlining.
That's a co-headline. I think they took turns.
Co-headline, but the one that I saw, David went first, which was cool because they both went through the Van Halen discography, and I was able to hear.
Man, I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall on that tour, dude. I'm telling you.
It was terrible, though. What they did on stage, they went on stage and they were professional. Hey, if David Lee Roth wants to go do his thing and Sammy wants to go do his thing, the fans win because the fans are able to go see both. So, man,
there you go.
My only complaint with David Lee Roth, though, like he never does any of his solo material. It's like his solo stuff is so good, and he goes out there and just does Van Halen stuff anyways.
I got no problem. I understand that though. Yeah, the first album basically.
Yeah, but I wouldn't mind hearing like Yankee Rose or
I like Skyscraper.
He's got a lot of big hits.
I like a lot of stuff off of Little Ain't Enough.
Yeah, Little Ain't Enough is. I saw that tour, man, when it was Dave Cinderella and Extreme, and that was a great tour.
Nice.
So do you think he'll stick with that same set list, or you think he might eventually include?
Maybe he'll just. It was a freaking festival. Maybe he'll change it up on his own tour.
But maybe he'll play songs that he's comfortable with singing.
Yeah,
think about that too.
All right, man. So let's get to Daryl Hall wants off the yacht rock. Said, and he's bringing in a flamethrower on Broken Record Podcast. Hall Note singer torched the entire yacht rock concept, calling it a fucking joke by two jerk-offs in California, but somehow metastasized into an actual genre. It's just R&B, he argued, maybe with some jazz. I don't see what the yacht part is. A guy's been pegged with every soft rock label in existence, and he's clearly had it with nerd taxonomy. He's still out there playing in hits, just don't call it smooth sailing. What do you think about that, Al?
I think Daryl's just turning into an old curmudgeon.
Exactly. It's like
he ousted Oates, and now he's ousting Yacht Rock.
You've made millions probably off the label Yacht Rock, dude. Come on, dude.
Hey, Donald Fagen's the same way about it. So he said, "Fuck off."
I would love to have a label like that, man.
Man, I don't know. Daryl is. I think he's losing it a little bit, man.
Yeah, I think so.
I saw him like late last year. I gotta say though, man, like his voice isn't what it used to be. It was.
Oh, really?
You could tell he was struggling sometimes, man. So he's getting up there in age too, man. He's got to be this mid-70s maybe or something. I don't know.
Man, that dude could sing Motown like there's nothing else, man. Yeah. He was
still good though. I mean, the songs are enjoyable enough to kind of look past that. And you got to look past it. The age thing too. It's like you got to give the guy a pass, man. At least he's doing it real. Yeah, so
true.
I give him a thumbs up on that. So
That's what I mean. I saw Meatloaf on his last tour, and he was bad. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no, but still, it was him, man, and he gave up
Yeah.
100% of what he had left, and I appreciate that, man.
Yep.
I really do. So
So
What about
that's
you?
what I got to say
What
about
about
that.
you, Fabio, and Daryl Hall getting pissed off at the Yacht Rock label?
I mean, yeah, I guess it's his right to be pissed off. I don't see what the big deal is. I mean, I also don't see the big deal on the hair metal thing either. I know a lot of people
Grunge.
take offense there.
Well, I think
Grunge. I mean, who
Stephen
cares?
Piercy
It's
of
just
Rat
what
says that he doesn't care that they call him hair metal. He's making money.
I mean.
Exactly.
They're all just labels to get you to get to the right place and genre, or at least in the vicinity. But whatever. I mean, if he's mad, okay.
Donald,
have his-
if you ever saw
have
that
his
Yacht
fit.
Rock, if you ever saw that Yacht Rock documentary on HBO Max,
That was good.
freaking, they called Donald Fagen. He said, "Fuck off," hung up when he asked about Yacht Rock.
I have yet to see it. I haven't seen it yet, but
I need to
it's on
see
my
it
list
too
of
because I
things to
love a
check
lot of
out.
those bands.
They called him and he said, "Fuck off."
What I learned is that every member from Toto has played on every Yacht Rock album ever. It seems like.
and Michael McDonald.
Yeah.
He's been on Steely Dan.
Well, he was
albums.
like the most interviewed one in the whole.
Yeah,
in
he's
the, whole
the king
show.
of Yacht Rock.
Yeah.
God damn. But what do you think about that, Mike? About
I mean, look, like I'm with Fabio and everybody else. I mean, he has the right to feel however he wants. I get it in a way because the first time I ever heard the term yacht rock was when this guy made a mockumentary series about yacht rock, and they had like these, which was hilarious, by the way. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but it is funny. It was on YouTube. That was
And they brought that up. They brought that up on that Yacht Rock interview.
Yeah, and it is
documentary.
funny. It's funny too because you could tell the dude's into some rock and metal because in the background he had like Iron Maiden posters and everything. But he's like talking about the history of and it's these actors, you know, and you got the cool kids like the Eagles and they're kind of bullying fucking Kenny Loggins. It's very funny. It's very funny. You have and then you got like when they find out that Ted Templeman is producing for Van Halen, the Yacht Rockers are just fucking horrified by that. And they got a guy that looks like I mean, they're all like it's Eddie and Dave, and they'd like crash their yacht rock parties, all smiling and shit. And they're all, oh, you betrayed the smooth Ted Templeman. I mean, it is funny, but they also did it because, believe it or not, the guy's a music fan and he loves that kind of music. Now, I don't know if he came up with that term, yacht rock, but that's where I first heard it. And then over the years, and I think you can say what you want about that mockumentary, but it kind of put those bands back on the scene again. Like people started thinking, you know what, that is good music. I did like that. You know, like my dad had Chris Christopherson, all that stuff, man. He loved it. I like it. You know what I mean? So it was like, but he did say a lot of them was like, I've never been on a boat in my fucking life. So why are we called yacht rock, man?
You know why Metal Mike likes yacht rock?
Why is that?
Because he's got paneling on his walls, man.
There you
Oh, the paneling. You know what? The paneling.
I love
did
that,
cross
man. My basement was like that too. The same.
I love paneling.
I wish
man.
I could say this aesthetic is mine, but I rent this entire section of the house from my radio co-host and my best friend Bill Do for Real Do, aka Bill Roseberry. So really, you would have to talk to Bill's granduncle about the paneling here because
the paneling's cool, dude.
But I love it. Yeah. One thing I like about it, I mean, as you can collage.
Say what you will about the paneling, but the decor is fucking
Thank you.
Plus, man.
One of my favorite things is the Paul Bailoff action figure.
Nice.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I do think that people, I mean, Daryl Hall's just kind of come across as a very, he's like the Paul Stanley of yacht rock. He's always pissed off about something, you know, like, dude, fuck, man, always talking shit and bagging on, you know, like, you know, I mean, you got, you know, I mean, but I will say this for at least Daryl Hall, he's not using tapes like some certain singers do. And I just
That's what I'm saying. When I
You
saw
know.
him live, it was all him,
right. So, I mean, like I said, everybody's entitled to their opinion. I might not agree with it, but I'm like, okay, whatever, man. And I'm a guy that even if it's something like, like sometimes you'll hear people bitch about, they'll get offended because one legacy artist or whoever supports a certain political person and I'm never, or they say something critical about, I'm never listening to Cheap Trick again, I'm never listening to Alice Cooper, Ace Frehley. It's like, I'm
Ted
never
Nugent.
listening to Wasp again.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
I had that too. I had somebody because somebody was bitching down because how can you still listen to Ted Nugent? I thought, I don't give a fuck about the guy's political views. I love his music, man.
Right?
Kid Rock, I was
Well,
never a fan of, so I can give a
well-
fuck about him. But Ted Nugent, I love his
Well,
music.
look at it this way, Jerry. Okay, Rage Against the Machine, Tom Morello, him and Ted are
Right.
tight. And
Yeah,
you
they
couldn't
are.
talk about two more politically.
I
Exactly.
love Rage and I love
diametrically-
Ted.
But Tom's like, this is a guy who fucking, he goes, we don't talk politics, we talk music and our love,
Exactly.
rock
That's
and
what
roll and metal and rock and
Cheers for that one.
and we don't talk fucking politics, man. He goes, because I can get, and I'm like, well, see, if Tom Morello and Ted Nugent can get along, then everybody should
We
be
can all
able
get
to.
along, man. We
Exactly.
can all get along.
Who gives
Perfect
a fuck,
example.
man?
Music shouldn't divide. It should bring us together. Unless you're Beyonce singing the same syllable every 5 seconds.
Right.
No. Look, she's got her fan base. More power to her too.
People like it.
The only nice thing I'll say about Beyonce is at one point in time she was nice eye candy, and that's about it.
Oh, she was great in Austin Powers movie.
I think she's still kind of eye candy.
She's
but
kinda
I don't know.
hot.
Pretty, but she's not in her prime anymore. But fuck, who is? I know I'm not.
Hey, Kelly
Dude,
Rowland.
I haven't reached my prime yet. So
Kelly
Yeah,
Rowland was the
more
better
skill.
singer. I
That's-
just gotta say
They
that.
don't call me Big Sexy for
Toast,
nothing.
to Val Kilmer, I'm in my prime.
Yeah. So, Andy, what do you think about Daryl Hall, man?
Well, first of all, Kelly Rowland was not the better singer.
Oh, Kelly Rowland was
Oh,
good looking
because
too,
because
actually.
Beyonce's from Texas. I get it.
They're all from Texas.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, Destiny's Child formed here in Houston. So
I like Destiny's Child. Destiny's Child was pretty kick ass, by the way. They didn't sing the
Yeah,
same
well.
chorus over and over and over.
Say my name, say my. Yeah, they did.
Oh, that's one of the worst songs of all time.
Oh, not that
Shit.
one, but they had other ones. But that fucking all the single lady shit, by Beyonce.
Very interesting. 'Cause
that was Beyonce. Not
Yeah, I said,
Now-
but Beyonce was worse.
Is that
I
the
had a
Stevie
quote-
Nicks ripoff song?
Uh-huh.
All the single ladies. Is that the Stevie Nicks White Winged?
All right.
Just
Well, let's let
everything
Andy
about-
talk
There's
about
no
Daryl
way-
Hall. Let's get off of Beyonce.
Okay. Well, first of all, I think that Daryl Hall gets pissed off because it's kind of a joke term. Oh, like their music is a joke.
I don't think
Yes.
it is.
And the same thing with the hair bands. It's a joke. It was
Well,
something to laugh at. But now,
yeah.
but now it's being taken as a term for the music now. But it started off as a joke.
Sure. Well, I mean, let's be honest. A lot of your hair metal, even the early stuff, wasn't called hair. It was called glam metal back then.
Right.
Once upon a time before that, it was all metal. There was no, but I mean, it was the thrash metal guys that came up with the term hair metal, and they meant it as a put down. That's
Well,
just a
what-
fact.
yeah.
Let me ask you guys a question real quick. Was the term glam metal, was that to the 80s, or what did it start in the 70s with bands like Slade and Neil
70s.
Dolls and shit?
No, glam rock was
Glam
Glam rock was 70s. Yeah, glam metal was 80s.
David
Was it?
But a
Bowie,
lot of your glam metal bands were influenced by that glam
by
rock.
Bowie and stuff like that. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
can glam
Not
rock
the
and glam
Hoople.
metal.
And
Uh,
I love Mott and Hoople. And they get a lot of shit.
T-Rex, all that stuff. They were very, like Motley Crue, Rat. They loved that stuff, but they also loved Black Sabbath and the heavy stuff too. And let's be honest, even though I don't consider Van Halen a glam metal band, they opened the doors for that scene. They were the first West Coast Sunset Strip band that was heavy rock, hard rock, whatever the fuck you want to call it, party rock, whatever. It was, they opened the door, and then Quiet Riot blew the door open, and then Motley Crue and everybody just tore down the wall and came on through afterwards. I mean, they started the Sunset Strip scene. There's and again, I think it started out as metal / glam metal, just American metal, LA metal. Every region of the world has their own style of rock metal, and that was their style. And it was different from there's a reason why Metallica moved to San Francisco. Part of it was because they really, really wanted Cliff Burton to join the band. And he said, well, I'm not moving to fucking LA, guys. But the other reason is they left LA because nobody really understood them.
Hey, Slayer stayed there. Even though I don't like Slayer, they stayed.
But
they didn't move.
They did, but they even said themselves, they considered themselves more of an Orange County band than an LA.
Well, Orange County rules better than LA.
They never really played in LA, only a few times. And Carrie's like, everybody calls us an LA band, but quite honestly, we were more of an Orange County
A lot
band.
of great bands came out of LA, like fucking Orange County, like fucking Social Distortion, fucking Great White, and fucking Slayer. It's
yeah. A lot of big bands came from that scene. Sure, dude.
Even No Doubt came from there. They were better than what Glenn.
Oh yeah. I mean, I like No Doubt. No Doubt. I like No Doubt. See what I did there? But it's just one of those things where it's like, it's just weird to me because it's like, I think what happened though is the thrash metal guys were like, well, and I think it wasn't like because believe it or not, the thrash metal guys were fans of Motley Crue, the first two albums. They loved it. Even to this, the thrash metal guys still will, Warren DeMartini, because the guy could shred. Dokken. I think some of the early bands had their respect. It was when it got to a point when, to me, it was more about the look and the image than the music, and it got watered down. You have your originals, and then you have clones, and then you have clones of clones and clones of clones.
Brittany Fox.
Yeah, thank you. And,
we got to do a Brittany Fox review on Freeform eventually.
Okay. Oh, fuck
have Mike and fucking Bushy on. That'd be awesome.
Zach Wilde played on a Brittany Fox record.
Oh my God, he was slumming it.
My condolences to Zach Wilde.
I said he was slumming it, right?
Yeah, but I again, yeah, I had a best friend of mine, still good friends to him this day, like a brother. His name's Brian Honecker. We call him Big B because he's a big dude. He loved a lot of that glam metal, thrash metal, all that stuff. He was a big Brittany Fox fan, and I gave him shit about it at the time. Like, dude, they're wannabe Cinderella, which ain't near as good as Cinderella, in my opinion. Again, just my opinion. I know Brittany Fox has their fans, Bushy, but
two of them.
Yeah, but I'm just and that's
I do like
fine.
one song.
If people like them, cool. I don't care. I'm not gonna say you are no longer part of my inner circle because you like Brittany Fox. Fuck
Head
off.
for the chopper. Head for the chopper.
Head for the chopper.
You are not worthy to be in my presence. Care,
Enough of that girly man metal.
Yeah.
Hey, but Andy, anything more to say about that, man?
No, that's it.
All right, well, let's move on, man. Did you guys know the worst car of the 1980s, the Yugo, aka the worst car in history, is set to make a comeback?
First of all, let me take this first because I do not believe it. The worst car ever fucking designed was the Luck car. Do you remember that one?
Hey, that ran better than the Yugo. That was a Chrysler.
You guys don't remember the Luck car?
I remember the car, but the Yugo was fucking ugly.
What a piece of shit. That and the original, that and Datsuns were terrible.
Oh, the Datsun B210.
And the Pacer too.
Hey, the Pacer was cool in Wayne's World. Come on, man.
I had a Datsun Z280.
Those were cool.
But the Yugo, looked like a box.
The Datsun Zs were cool.
Yeah.
Remember the
I didn't think so. I thought they were the biggest pieces of shit ever. But they're fucking valuable now. People will fucking pay money for your Datsuns nowadays.
Dodge Duster.
Yeah. Oh, Dodge, the Bundy Mobile, man. You gotta love Dodges just because of the Bundy Mobile, man.
But what about that? What's the name of that little Jeep that was a piece of shit too? Was it Suzuki Samurai or something like that?
Yeah, Suzuki Samurais, they get a lot of money right now.
Suzuki Sidekick.
Hey,
the Joe Suzuki commercials are pretty funny.
I just remember the Pintos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember in Top Secret where you barely hit it and it blew up? That happened. You barely hit the pinto and it exploded.
Do they even make hatchbacks anymore, or is that just
Yes,
a thing
they
of the
do
past?
make
Do they
hatchbacks.
really?
Yeah.
It's called a Prius.
Okay. I've been a Kia guy the last 15 so years. They've been reliable cars for me. So.
Kia looks,
The new Mustangs, they look like they're hatchbacks.
yeah, they are.
Do they really?
Right?
Okay.
They are hatchbacks.
They don't
aren't
look like
I
Mustangs.
was always the Camaro guy compared to the Mustang guy. So if I had a
I
choice,
love
I'd
the Camaro Z28 or the IROX.
the IROX ruled
IROX
back in the day.
ruled, man.
Fucking A, dude.
Oh, fuck, IROX ruled back then, man.
They were loud. They fucking blew black smoke in your face on the
Yeah.
fucking traffic lights.
Oh,
Hell yeah,
the
dude.
fuck- I went to fucking.
Bring on gas. We need more gas. Fucking.
I went co-sign for my friend Herbert from In-N-Out Burger. He got like a regular Camaro. They wouldn't give him the fucking the IROC one.
Mhm.
So he eventually sold it and got me out of the contract. And he got himself an IROC. And I go, that's fucking cool, dude.
Fucking 5 miles to the gallon, dude. You gotta fucking.
Fuck, dude. I saw his gas tank go like, ooh. He's fucking like revving that shit.
That's
But
one of my
man,
first cars. I love that IROC. Dude. I
we're in
love
the
that.
comedy section of the show right now. So if you have Amazon Prime, you get
We
a
do?
pooch. You get a pooch pooper.
The fuck
Pooch
is that?
pooper. This lady who was delivering packages for Amazon Prime pooped
Oh.
on people's porches.
I saw that. And there's not a mental health.
She got
and then-
fired, but yeah,
and
you get a
then-
special. You got a special delivery from her.
And we don't have a mental health crisis in our country, do we? Yeah. Okay.
I mean, she had to take a shit.
Nature calls. I guess you got to answer. I guess I don't know. But
What do you think about that, Favio? If you went out to get your Amazon package and you got a special delivery.
I've had worse.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I would wonder if somebody accidentally ordered the new re-release load package to my house.
Oh my god, that is cool.
Oh,
How do they have extra songs from that album? Oh my god, I don't know.
Carolina won.
So what do you think about that, Al?
How can I follow up what Favio just said?
Right?
I don't know what to think, dude. She's a fucking nasty, man. I don't know.
Taking a shit. She was caught on camera taking a shit.
I want to party. I want to party with that chick.
Go
I want to party with you.
Go somewhere where the ring camera can't see you
Just,
at least.
just
man.
imagine where else you would shit when you party with her. So there you go.
Hey, just remember Team America. Fuck yeah.
Oh man.
America. Fuck
America.
yeah.
Well, they did
Here
the puppet
comes
sex with the
every
pooping on each other.
motherfucking day.
Oh my god. It reminds me of that. You have any thoughts on the pooch pooper? The porch pooper? I mean, Mike.
The perch pooper.
The porch
Porch
pooper.
pooper. I mean, I don't know. It is a little fucked up, man. I get stuff from Amazon all the time. It'd be kind of disconcerting if I go out there and
Right.
I have a package and right next to it's a fucking female dookie. Of course, I might not know it's a female dookie if I don't see her, but that's a little fucked up. It's a little weird. I mean, I can't. I mean, I hope she wasn't like, oh gee golly, I got fired. You know, I don't know, man. To each their own. Moving on, you know, it's like,
Yeah.
it kind of cracks me up.
Yeah. First of all, you'd have the 2 or 3 second this, you know, what the fuck is this? You know, for at least 2 or 3 seconds, then you're like, realize somebody shit on your package. So,
Right.
Amazon will probably take it back.
Yeah, right. They'll probably take the shit too. They'll probably give you credit for the shit. So,
I sent
yeah.
them back that LA Gun CD and they gave me back my money.
Well,
I'll give Amazon a lot of credit, man. You send them.
You know what? I
back
bet all
anything.
joking around aside, if they fired that chick, they probably did send some apologies or
They
something.
did fire her. They did fire
They
her.
did,
yeah.
but I'm sure they were like, you know, hey, we're sorry that our employee is fucked up.
dude, as being an employee of the world's America's greatest retail store, Walmart, I've seen some weird shit.
Well, you see the Walmart people going in
No
there
pun
and fucking
intended.
Yeah, I've seen some fucking
yeah. I've been in
the gro-
Walmart.
the-
It's not nice.
the bowels of humanity I've seen, dude. So nothing will surprise me nowadays. It really
So-
doesn't.
Andy, what do you think about the porch pooper?
Yeah, I'll skip this section. I don't want to talk about people.
All right, let's get to something that Andy will talk about. Pete Rose and Shoeless Joe Jackson are among players reinstated by the MLB, Andy.
Yeah, and it's funny that White Sox were playing the Reds when this
that's true. Well, they were the Black Sox.
Yeah. Well,
and fucking Shoeless Joe Jackson didn't deserve that shit. That's I'm just saying.
Oh, really?
I think he didn't bet on it. He had the best World Series of any of those players.
Well, I don't think he's the only one that's thrown games.
Know that.
Yeah.
He wasn't throwing the game. The other people were. The other 7.
I say that because it was 1919, so I can't really give my opinion.
You ever seen the movie 8 Man Out?
Yes, I've seen 8 Man Out lots and lots of times.
Okay. It's a movie written for one side only.
It's a movie.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm glad they're being reinstated. I don't think we all make mistakes in life, and we are put on this earth to forgive each other. So there's no harm done. I mean, these guys are already dead. I mean, there's no harm in putting them in the Hall of Fame.
I don't think a lot of the writers are going to accept them on their first eligibility year. I really don't think so.
Do you think
there's a lot of these fucking sports writers are the worst in the fucking world. They really are.
They are.
They're terrible.
They're so
they'll use personal bias against players.
Narcissistic, man.
I mean, this is the way I look at it. There's certain players that, they might not be the best. I mean, come on, man. Ty Cobb,
thank you.
Right, who, by all accounts, was a miserable piece of fuck. Okay, great baseball player though.
Yeah.
Still deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. We're not talking about the Hall of really good guys. We're talking about the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
okay,
absolutely.
and I'm sorry, but it's supposed to be a lifetime ban. Well, they're dead. So as far as I'm concerned, especially in the case of Shoeless Joe, it's way overdue. And we're not. I know Shoeless Joe went down, and I know Buck Weaver did. I'm not so sure. I mean, I know that was a movie, and yes, it's taken from what, but you got to understand what was going on. That was based on a book, and those guys didn't just wake up one day and go, well, you know what, man, let's just fucking throw the world. Kaminsky, I can't remember his first name. That guy was a horrible owner. He was cheap. And back then it's weird because it's funny how the pendulum has swung so far, because back then, man, as a player, you were treated like fucking cattle or something. They owned your ass, man. And
they did until Kurt Flood in 70 or 71.
St. Louis, right?
Yeah.
Kurt Flood.
He's going to take the shit anymore. He was going to go where he wants to play and get paid what he's going to get paid.
Right. And I, sometimes I do think, even now, like when you see these strikes in professional sports, I'm like, people have to remember these are fights between millionaires and billionaires. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
And look, I can't blame an athlete if somebody's willing to pay you that kind of money, like you're going to take the fucking money. If you're not, you're fucking retarded. Okay. Like, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be a dick, but you can talk love of the game all day long. And I'm sure a lot of them do love the sport, but you're going to take the money. It's like when people get pissed off at these entertainers that, when they make $8 million a picture or whatever, they'd be an idiot if they didn't take the money. If they're offering it,
what are you going to do? Say no, thanks.
Yeah. What are you going to do? Oh man, no, man. Now, sometimes people will make shrewd moves and go, well, you know what? I don't want to get paid. I want a percentage of the gross, like Keanu Reeves, Matrix movie.
I don't mean to change the subject though, but real quick, to be a real quick side note. Me and Andy talked about this in the football show, but do you think once a person signs a contract, do you agree they should hold out before their contract expires for more money?
No,
I don't really like that.
I don't like that at all.
Yeah. You see that a lot.
There's a guy in Cincinnati that's going to do that right now.
Oh yeah, that guy deserves to be paid. Cincinnati
he deserves to be paid.
The Bengals
he signed that contract.
The Bengals have always been cheap. I'm surprised they signed those 2 receivers. I really am.
Who's holding out in the Bengals? Because I'm a Steeler.
Trey Hendrickson.
Oh, they're defensive lineman. The only good defensive player they got. Good. Good.
But the thing is that they signed a contract.
Yeah, I agree.
And finish your contract before you start asking for more money.
Or at least the last year, you can start negotiating at least.
Well, I agree. I'm not a big fan of people setting out, like, yeah, you should finish your contract, and if you see there's a lot of players that, okay, here's one as a Steeler fan, Le'Veon Bell. That guy was amazing as a Steeler. What the fuck's he doing now?
Nothing.
Yeah, right.
And you know what? The Steelers offered him a generous contract, and his mother even told me he should take it, and he did.
Never not listen to your mother.
Yeah, and he's admitted, I fucked up. Yeah, you did, Le'Veon. Bye-bye.
He went to the Jets. That was his first mistake.
Right. And not only that, but I'm like, because I think if Le'Veon stays with the Steelers with the kind of numbers he was putting up, he would have been a contender to go maybe in the Hall of Fame. Now,
no.
Because he went boop the minute he left Pittsburgh, man. And then he joined we had a really good offensive line. It was stupid. I thought at the time, I'm like, have fun, dude. Have fun.
Yep. Yeah, I'm a bigger fan of the team than the player. Yeah. Well, player doesn't want to play for my team anymore. See ya. Bye.
You know what? To quote my coach, Mike Tomlin, I want volunteers, not hostages.
Yeah.
Boom.
There you go.
Mic drop.
All right, man. So let's get to the last 3 stories real quick. The fans, this is a Taylor Swift lawsuit. The fans accuse Live Nation Ticketmaster of racketeering and collusion to drive up prices at concert tickets. What do you guys think about that?
They've been doing that.
The lawsuit's still
Breaking news. Water is wet.
Nothing new.
Nothing new.
I'll credit Taylor Swift for that. She's fighting that. So good for her. And I hope she is successful. Because she's whether you like her or not, she's a huge influence on, that type of shit nowadays. So hopefully they can do something. Because the last administration was trying to cut down on this fees. I don't know if they've stopped that or not, but it's a shame, man.
Didn't it just get passed? Didn't it just get passed where they have to give you the ticket price with the fees and everything all up front?
Yes, they do.
Yeah, but they don't do it for all shows. It's like I know when I'm buying tickets, they'll disclose it up front. This is all in pricing, and then the other ones won't, and then
they're gonna
still get surprised on some shows.
Yeah, they're gonna look for loopholes for that shit.
They have no competition, man. So
no, they don't.
Yeah,
they're throwing what they can out there. Exactly. I mean, didn't them and Live Nation merged, right?
Yeah, and that's a collusion. The government should have never let them do that. That made fucking no competition there, man. Sucks.
I mean,
they even own Axis concerts.
I bought tickets, I say, for $100, and then you go to check out, it's like $175. I was like, what the fuck, man?
It's like I got those Toto Christopher Cross tickets, and it was like cheap, and then the fucking fees were $42 a ticket. I go, what the
fees sometimes are more than the fucking
I was like, what the fuck? It's like I was gonna bring this up. Live Nation is doing a $30 summer ticket deal. It's going to cost you $80 for those $30 tickets.
So how does that work with Live Nation and Ticketmaster now?
They're the same company, dude.
I know that, but I hear that, but you hear like Live Nation presents this now. Still, you still hear that.
But it's still the same company, dude.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I bought Toto Christopher Cross fucking Men at Work tickets, and now they're going to be $30. It's probably going to be the same price I paid. With the ticket fees.
Yeah.
Me and Bill are talking about going to that show.
Yeah, I'm going
here.
But I don't know yet because
I want to see Luthiker, man. I seen him with the Ringo Starr band, but I want to see him with his band. He's amazing. Just don't sing. He doesn't have a good voice. Don't sing, dude.
I've seen Toto a couple times, man. You're gonna love it, dude.
You ever hear Alan Parsons try to sing? Just doesn't work.
Don't sing. But I think that's it with the BS, man. Jerry, you're doing a countdown, man?
Yeah, I'll take care of it tonight, man. First of all, we're going to be doing our favorite songs in the 1970s, but I have some interesting facts about the year 1970 I'd like to bring up. All right, who knows what the #1 movie of 1970 is?
Godfather?
Connection.
I don't know.
Let me find it here, and I'll let you know.
I thought you had it written down.
The #1 movie was Love Story.
Ooh.
I think that was what
Ryan O'Neal and Ally McGraw.
Ryan O'Neal and Ally McGraw.
Ew.
Yes.
A lot of movies in the 1970s are horrible, but a lot of them were great.
Did anybody have a clue what the #1 TV show was in 1970?
What was that? Something shitty?
I never saw a single episode of it, so I don't know. Marcus Welby, MD.
Oh, I watched that. That was a good show.
I've never watched.
Never even heard of that.
That was a good show. I know Marcus Welby.
All right.
In fact, I think that's the dad from My Three Sons.
Was it?
No, it wasn't.
Fred Murray?
No, it wasn't.
No,
it wasn't Fred McMurray.
Wait, it was. Father Knows Best.
Yes.
It was the father from Father Knows Best.
Yeah.
Was Marcus
I
Welby.
like Marcus Welby. I watched that reviews.
All right. Who were the college football national champions that year?
Notre Dame? I don't know.
Shit, man.
I couldn't tell you, bro.
Nebraska Cornhuskers.
Oh,
Who were the NHL Stanley Cup champions that year?
oh,
Florida Panthers. No, I'm joking.
Shit, they weren't even fucking
I
around.
know. I'm just joking.
well, I don't know.
The Boston Bruins. Who were the Major League Baseball World Series champions?
A's?
Orioles.
Reds.
A's?
There you go.
Reds?
Cincinnati Reds, 1970 champions. Yes, sir. National NBA champions were the Warriors. And who were the NFL champs? Not the Super Bowl champs, but the NFL champs.
Cowboys?
They weren't Super Bowl. Believe it or
Colts.
not,
70,
It was-
I would say, let me think about this for a minute.
Green
one
Bay
of the
Packers.
best quarterbacks to never win a Super Bowl. Four
Okay.
times he lost in the Super Bowl.
Is that when the Baltimore Colts lost to the New York Jets?
It was the Minnesota Vikings.
Oh, the Vikings.
Oh, Fran
lost
Tarkenton,
to
right?
Pete, right?
Oh, and one of the biggest sports tragedies of all times happened in 1970, and they did a great movie about it. So it's good to remember the college athletes that lost their life in the plane crash of Marshall University.
Oh, wow.
That was a terrible tragedy, and it was a very great movie they did about that. We Are Marshall. If you haven't seen that, please do. It was a good tribute to those people that died that night. Still one of the,
And then we
probably-
lost all those freaking ice skaters in that Washington plane crash.
couple
It's just-
years ago, yeah.
Yeah, no, that
All
just
right,
happened this year.
I think
Few
I
months
covered
ago.
all.
Months ago, yeah.
Anyway, that's that, and don't mean to end it on a bummer note, but let's get started with the list, man. So
Cool.
let me get this started here. Sorry, I didn't prepare for this, guys, so just give me a second here. But anyway, we'll start with Mike. What's your number 11, dude?
All right. Now, this was pretty challenging for me. And it's funny because, like, even though I'm born in 1970, and obviously there's bands and artists that I'm familiar with this from this era. Yeah, man, it was kind of cool because I got to take a deep dive because there were certain albums I'm like, oh, I didn't know that came out in 1970. Some of it I did, but not all of it. And I started off with now, believe it or not, not everything's like hard rock or heavy metal on this list. I started off with my number 11 was Grand Funk Railroad. I'm Your Captain, Closer
That's
to
a good
Home.
one. That's a
From
good
the
one.
album Closer to Home. I just love this song. I've always loved it. It's so epic and stuff. And it's just a good old song, man, that they played on KC95 when I was a kid. My dad was a fan of this band. And I dig it, man.
Nobody knows how
Number
big
11.
that band was at that time.
They
man.
were huge.
They were
huge,
dude.
man.
They were selling out multiple nights everywhere. It's like, damn.
I think
They
they
were
sold
big
out Shea Stadium faster than the Beatles or something.
Yeah.
Right? Wasn't that like
Yep.
the
No
story?
shit, really?
I think they played the Anaheim Convention Center like 3 nights in a row. That fucking just
Yeah, they were a
Yeah,
big
they were-
deal for a
they were
while,
big,
man.
yeah.
I mean,
They were a stadium band, dude.
yeah.
And that was like unheard of, like pretty much in like 1970. You know, well, the stadium thing I think was 72, 71, 72.
still though, yeah. I mean, you're
Yeah.
talking, but it all starts. The roots of it is right
Yeah.
here, you know.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing I got to say about 1970 to me. The roots to a lot of great, not just bands and artists and music, but musical movements.
I
'Cause
saw
I'm going to say something about the 1970s as a whole as a decade real quick, man. I'm sorry, Mark. Didn't mean to interrupt you, brother. And to me, I don't know if you have any decade that was more musically diverse than the 70s.
No, that's true.
You
The
know what I
radio
mean?
stations were all playing everything.
I still think it's the best decade of music ever.
Yeah, I think you're right, Jerry, because I mean it's just so diverse. I mean, you had so much going on and so many different genres of music, man. It was pretty crazy. And when you look back on it, you're like, holy shit, man. I can understand why my dad felt like that was the best era of music. Anyway, go ahead, Mark.
But the thing, no, I saw Mark Farnar's fucking doing that, opening up for Blue Oyster Cult
Oh, did you?
at a swap meet in Santa Fe Springs.
Hey, man.
And they were
wherever you get
really
to
good,
see-
man. They
Yeah.
were really good.
That's pretty cool, actually. I remember a certain co-host, former co-host, gave you shit about that. But
I think Blue Oyster Cult is playing House of Blues in Anaheim coming up soon.
I saw Cheap Trick at a fucking state fair in Florida, man. It was one of the best shows I've ever seen.
With the Rockets Mafia opening for them coming up, and Ricky Rockets Mafia.
It's when they had that guy for Ace Frehley's band playing the keyboards. What's his name?
He was on the show.
Todd Howard, yeah.
We had Todd Howard on the show with Lee. Pretty good, cool guy, man.
All right, so Mike, you done with your number 11, brother?
Yeah, that's it, man.
All right,
a really good song.
All right, Fabio, what do you got, man?
All right, well, like Mike alluded to, my list has got definitely some non-hard rock metal, and number 11 is one of those. And we talked about this group last week. I think Joseph brought them into the best greatest hits albums. And the title's appropriate for me to get things started here with my top 11 from the album Close to You. I chose We've Only Just Begun by the Carpenters.
Good song.
Beautiful song.
Yeah.
I love the Carpenters. Love that song. It's got kind of a funny history where they got it from with a commercial and everything. But yeah, that's my number 11.
Yeah, Karen Carpenter could play some drums now, man. She was pretty badass on them drums.
And
man.
you know
She was.
what? I didn't realize that for the longest time. I had no idea that when she started out, she was singing and playing drums until I saw some old film and it showed her doing a drum solo, and I was like, "Holy shit, man!"
I think that's the one I'm referring to because it's like amazing, really. It really
Yeah.
was. I mean,
Yeah, and I like, again, man, when I was a kid, Carpenters, that's sissy music. But as you get older, you realize,
exactly,
man, that's
I still can't get
well-written music.
I still can't get into that band, but I respect them.
Gotcha.
All right, cool. All right, Al, what do you got, man?
All right, well, my number 11, bass. I used to be in a band, and bass player friend of mine introduced me to this band. I never had heard of them, and he introduced me to a lot of more like kind of more obscure like artists from like the 60s and 70s, man, like shit that I never heard of. And it was a band called Sir Lord Baltimore, and the name of the song was Kingdom Come. And dude, if it wasn't for like Sabbath's first album coming out earlier in the year, I mean, if this album had come out before Sabbath, I think the story of heavy metal might have been a little bit different because this album is completely heavy. The song is heavy as shit, and it came out more later in the 70s, in 70. But yeah, he introduced me to that, man. He let me borrow their album. I was like blown away by it. This was like 20 years ago, and Sir Lord Baltimore, man. It's, if you've never heard of them, check them out.
I haven't.
Andy and I,
Sir Lord Baltimore.
Sir Lord Baltimore.
I think Lee introduced me to that band.
Oh no, if Lee introduced you to the band,
he introduced me to a lot of cool bands and a lot of shit bands. Yeah.
Andy and I, we did a show, proto metal of like albums or bands that were like pre-Sabbath. They had to have been before Sabbath's debut. So this band didn't meet that criteria, but I mean, if they had been, man, I don't know how the story of metal would have been kind of played out a little differently, but I mean, still Sabbath brought all the elements together. I mean, that was the perfect storm with Sabbath, you know. So the imagery, the subject matter, the
sound,
the look, the sound, everything came together with them, you know. There was so many bands that had like different elements. They had one element here, one element there, but I mean, Sabbath brought it all together. I'm sure we're going to talk about Sabbath later on in the list. So,
Oh yeah, they'll be on.
I think everybody's going to have Sabbath on their list.
Yeah.
If we
so
don't,
anyway,
we all
that's
suck.
Sir Lord Baltimore. The song is called Kingdom Come. It's off their first album.
Yeah, it's
released.
off of this.
Oh, there you go. He has it right there.
Lord
Yep.
Baltimore.
Are they still around? I mean, any members
No.
still on tour?
No, they only made two. They only made two albums.
Actually, they made 3 albums, but
Well, they
one
made
came
3.
out. But like the main guy, like passed away, and that's it. You know, the first 2 albums were like 70 and 71, and then I think that was it until like 20 like in the 2000s they got back together, released another album. So
I keep
anyway.
thinking 1970 is not that long ago, but fucking is.
Yeah, dude, Andy, what do you think of the album? Have you heard it?
Oh yeah. I've heard this several times. The first thing that I
Pretty
thought
heavy,
about
dude.
when I heard this album was America's answer to Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
When I first heard it,
I definitely have to check them out now.
The solos, and I think they're a 3-piece, Al, right?
They're a 3-piece,
They're
yeah.
a 3-piece.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the drummer was the singer.
Yeah.
So
But the riffs and the guitar solos were just top notch, man.
I got to check them out. I think Lee.
But they never went anywhere, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Nope.
All right. Andy, what do you got? You're next, Andy.
Yeah. My list is going to consist of so much different stuff, so I'm very excited for this. I was thinking of going with hit songs, but then I started to go through albums that were released in 1970 and kind of picked my favorite tracks from there. Some are the hit singles and some are the deep tracks. So I'm going to start off with this. I love Simon & Garfunkel. This is off of Bridge Over Troubled Water.
Great album.
I'm going to go with Cecilia. Absolutely love that song. It's one of my favorites. I love the way that Paul Simon writes. I used to listen to this podcast called what was it called? It was about bands that had they would pick a band and they would talk about their infighting. Man, Simon Garfunkel fought a lot.
Yeah, I heard some stories about them too. Yeah.
They pretty much hated each other because Simon would write everything, but Garfunkel would get all the chicks. And well,
really with that fro, he got all the chicks. Really?
Yeah, but he was the tall one, and Simon was the short one.
That's true.
You know what's funny though is they were childhood friends.
Yeah,
grew up together.
Yeah.
So it is kind of sad what happened because you think that after all them years of being friends, but yeah, man, it got ugly.
Yeah, I mean, it happens to family members in bands.
Yeah, but
where they can't stand each other.
Well, look at CCR.
Yeah, but I mean, his dying days would he's flipping John Fogerty off, or Tom Fogerty was flipping him off at the last moment of the last few.
You know, you can be best of friends, but then when money and bitches come into the scene, it all goes out the window.
The Kinks were like that. I mean, I guess the Robinson brothers kind of mended their fences a little bit, but dude, I would never want to start a band.
Money.
Yeah. Well, whatever. Okay, Mark, what do you got, man?
No, I'm going to go for a band. Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young.
Nice.
I don't like Crosby, Stills, and Nash.
They suck. Yeah.
I liked them when Young came into the band. They got a little more harder edge. I love the song Woodstock.
Southern Cross is the only song.
Southern Cross. I love the song Woodstock, Our House, whatever was on these albums, man. I love it when he comes.
Great album.
Neil Young gave them credibility to me. It's just like they became a rock band. They became a rock band, not a folk band.
Yeah.
I think that was actually a Joni Mitchell song originally.
It is. Woodstock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a Joni Mitchell song.
I don't like Joni Mitchell, but I like this version of this song. It's just so fucking amazing. I love it.
He was also Snoopy's best friend.
Of course he was.
Anyway.
All right, Woodstock by
best
Crosby,
adversary.
Stills, Nash and Young. But Neil Young did have an album in 1970. I didn't pick it. I know somebody might.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Somebody does.
Somebody will.
My first number one is I might lose a few metal cards for this one, but I don't care.
I think we all are tonight.
Why?
Absolutely love this song.
We're talking about 1970 here.
It's James Taylor, Fire and Rain. That is such a fucking great
what the
tune,
fuck,
dude.
man? It's a great song, dude.
It is a great song.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. I think it's one. I would put that definitely in my top 50 songs ever
Dude,
written,
I
in
just
my
picked the
opinion.
Carpenters. You think
No,
James
I'm just
Taylor's going to
saying.
be any?
I like the
I-
Badlands version of that song better, but I'm in the minority.
What a vocal and a cool acoustic riff that accompanies it, man. It's
I'll
just
be
a
right back.
beautiful,
I need more drink.
beautiful song from start to finish, man. I love the
yeah.
different parts about his life he's putting out there, about his friend dying, about his band. What was his band's called? He mentions the name in the in the lyrics. The fuck was it?
Sweet Dreams and Flying Machines.
Flying Machines. That's it right there. I mean, I
And
just
it's
love.
like-
I love it when people fucking wear their hearts on their sleeves and tell stories like that, man. And that song just totally does it, in my opinion. I think it's a great song. It's a
that
masterpiece.
second verse on that song. Oh my God! It's just so full of hope.
And I'm not a huge James Taylor fan. I think maybe 2 or 3 songs from him, but that song
me
there
too.
is total genius, in my opinion.
But that
that's
song, yeah.
I like James Taylor, man. He had some good tunes.
Yeah.
I mean, he knew what he was good at, and he did it well. So I mean,
And that's the thing. Like, there's certain band. Like, yes, metal is my first love, but I love all kinds of music. And to me, it's like there's certain bands that are great at what they do. It may not be metal, but that doesn't mean it isn't great or that I don't appreciate it or like it or am not a fan of it. I mean, I remember many times people going through my vinyl or my DVD or my CDs, I should say, or even my MP3 files. You like Fleetwood Mac? And I'm like, yeah, like, it's not like a 24/7, I mean,
Yeah.
just
I can go on hour binges on Fleetwood Mac.
I love Fleetwood Mac, and I like all eras too, by the way.
Yeah, me too.
I
Peter
do too.
Green, Bob Welch, all of them. I love them.
Yep.
Yeah. And when it comes to James Taylor, I saw him once. He was playing at a guitar festival.
Really?
This dude picks the hell out of an acoustic.
Dude, that riff on Fire and Rain is so fucking awesome, in my opinion. It's
So
one of the
all
best
the
acoustic
guitars
riffs
you
ever
hear,
written.
that's James Taylor. There's some guitar on Neil Young albums that's him on the banjo. So
I think Jakey Lee did the better riff on that song, but yeah.
Well, you're wrong, but that's okay.
you know what? The reason why I did not pick that song, Jerry, because I didn't want to hear about the Badlands version.
You just
there you go. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
You know me
man.
so
I'm sorry.
well, Andy. You know me so well.
Do you not like the Badlands version?
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Or
I
what
think
about
James
you?
Taylor's is better. It's
Oh, okay.
superior.
Fair enough. Okay.
Yeah, that's all.
Badlands was a hell of a band, dude. It's a
Hey,
yeah,
happy
I mean-
anniversary to the debut album of Badlands today, by the way.
Oh, dude, what a fucking great album that was, dude.
Fuck,
So
man.
good.
I would love to own that on vinyl one day, but I'm not going to pay $500 for it. But anyway, we'll move on to number 11 or 10. Mike, what do you got?
Number 10, we were just mentioning him, man. Neil Young and Crazy Horse with Only Love Can Break Your Heart. I do believe that is the let's see here. What track list?
After the Gold Rush.
Yeah, after the Gold Rush. Yep. And I love this song. I've always loved this song. Third track, first side. I've always loved it. My dad's a big Neil Young fan, so it's kind of in my DNA. I grew up on it. And I love I'm not a guy who knows every Neil Young album and I guess I'm considered more of a casual fan, but man, I do love a lot of his songs, a lot of his music, man. And
Neil Young is awesome.
Oh, fucking right he is. Yeah, Bill, if you're watching this, you're wrong. Okay, Neil Young.
Dude, this notes for you was a fucking fuck you to MTV and fucking advertising. That fucking ruled.
And then he won the award for Video of the Year for that video.
Well, I know you're a huge fan, Andy. I know that.
Yeah, I am. Yes, I am. Great song.
So that's it, man. I just like the way it's structured and the bump, 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 bump. I just love it, man. And it is true. Only love can break your heart, man. You have to love something first or somebody first before it gets broken.
Yep.
There's no heartbreak without love. So,
no,
wise man, Neil Young.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. All right, Favio, what do you got, man? Number 10.
All right. Well, I could have picked just about any song from this album. or probably the other album they released in 1970. But I picked from American Beauty, "Friend of the Devil" by the Grateful Dead. I love that song. Love that
I just,
that whole album. To me, is pretty much perfect.
Shut up, Jerry. We both
I
Great
just
guitar
never
work, great
Jerry,
lyrics.
just let it go. Let it go.
I tried and I tried.
Let it
to
go,
get into
Jerry.
that
Let
band,
it go.
dude, but I never could.
I'm with you on that. Just
I'm
let it
sorry, Fabio. I'm sorry, dude.
go. Let it go, Jerry.
All right.
First
No,
of
well,
all,
Each their own.
I want to apologize. I retired today and I've been drinking a lot. So if I make a fool of myself, I apologize. to
You're
everybody
fine,
around me.
Jerry. You're
No, you're
fine.
fine.
Just let them have their opinions. See, we
No,
hate the Grateful Dead.
absolutely.
That's
Oh, I'm
I
gonna
re-
have some that are good. I have some head turnings here. Trust me. So
I remember there on the radio. This was back before internet and all that. A radio station here called The Arrow used to have an album at midnight. They would play the whole album without any kind of interruption. So I would fall asleep to it. And then they were playing this album, which was American Beauty. I'd never heard before, but dude, I sat up. Of course, I've got different versions of it now, but dude, it's such a beautiful album. It's
It's
just
beautiful.
so great. Yeah.
Guitar
Yeah.
playing,
All
You know
the
what's funny?
lyrics.
you know what's funny about the
vocals.
Grateful Dead? It's like every true Grateful Dead fan
You're
hates.
grateful that they're dead?
No.
yes,
They,
exactly. Thank you.
they hate Touch of Grey, but the people that don't like Grateful Dead love Touch of Grey.
Yeah, I like Touch of Grey, and I like Hell
I
in the
love
Bucket.
Touch of Grey.
That's their
I
most
I love
important
Touch of Grey,
song.
and I love Hell in the Bucket off that same album. But I do like Casey Jones, but people like Grateful Dead fans don't like us either.
but
That's
that
a song-
Anytime there's a this or that, I think that's bullshit. Because I like Touch of Grey and I like American Beauty.
Oh, okay.
I like
But
Sammy
here's-
Hagar and I
but-
like David Lee Roth.
but-
It doesn't have to be
well-
one or the
well,
other, folks.
Or you're
It's
an
okay,
enigma.
man.
You're
We're
an, you're an
okay with
enigma because a lot of people don't, think the way that I
You
do.
don't
It's
have
like,
to
Touch of Grey
like
is a
Judas
good
Priest
song.
and not Iron Maiden. It's like
exactly.
Exactly.
It's like,
Good
I don't
song.
understand all these this or that's. Like
You gotta
this or that.
choose.
Hey,
It's like me. It's like
it's
me.
like
I love
this
my
and
mom
like
and
that
my
and
dad.
like this,
I didn't choose
and
which one.
Or Ozzy or Dio. Both Black Sabbath's rule. It doesn't have to be one or the other.
everybody needs to chill to the next episode. All right.
All right.
You don't need to like Merciful Fate and Ghost. Oh wait, Mark hates both of them.
Hey, I like
Yeah.
8 songs. I like 8 songs
Look.
by Ghost. I hate everything by Merciful Fate.
Yeah,
So
there's no way if you like 8 songs from a band, do they suck? So Mark, you cannot say
how
Ghost
many
sucks.
albums they have, Jerry?
Doesn't matter. You like 8 songs.
It's not
from
even
them.
a full album.
They've got what, maybe 6 studio
Okay,
albums?
what's that new song I told you I like by them?
Lacrima.
Thank you. I like that song. I think it's
That
cool.
song grew on me. I didn't like it at first, but it's grown on me.
I think it's really cool. He's not singing obnoxiously to me. So
But anyway, okay, let's move on here. Al, what do you got?
My number 10 is going to be this is their second album that they released in 1970. They released 2 albums. Second album by the band Trapeze, which
Heard of
features
them.
Glenn Hughes,
Yeah.
Dave Holland on drums that went on to Judas Priest,
Mhm.
and Mel Galley that went on to Whitesnake. The song Medusa.
What Mel Galley, who did he
Great
play?
fucking song.
Mel
what record
Galley
did he-
played for the early version of Whitesnake, the more
I almost
bluesy.
picked the trapeze song. Good
Oh, really?
version. Yeah.
Yeah,
know
he
that.
played with Whitesnake when they first formed.
They were a blues
Um,
band when they started. Yeah.
Yeah, up until like John Sykes joined them, he was in the band.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
anyway,
I don't know too much early history about Whitesnake. So
Oh,
that's
you
cool
need
to
to
hear.
listen to those early Whitesnake albums. They had basically.
It's like sliding in on up for me is my
Yeah,
way.
well, that's with John
It's-
Sykes.
It's like Mickey was one of those players that were very interchangeable in all those English rock bands of the late 70s, early 80s.
You had a lot of Deep Purple
Played
on
with
the
Deep
early
Purple
Whitesnake,
or,
dude.
different places.
John
Well,
Lord
that-
was
John Lord.
John
was
Lord was a
early.
member of,
Yeah,
of
Deep
Whitesnake for
Whitesnake,
years.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
That's
Whitesnake
even
and like Deep Purple, they interchanged like
Right,
yeah.
I mean, David Coverdale took a lot of I mean, Deep Purple was broken up by that time,
Yeah.
so he was taking members of Ian Pace was in Whitesnake.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
pretty much Deep Purple, like the burn version of like Deep Purple, But anyway, back to Trapeze, Medusa. So when I saw Black Country Communion when they first came out and they toured and they did a show in New Jersey, they actually played Medusa, and Glenn Hughes.
Wow.
fucking sang it,
Oh.
nailed it, just like you always did.
They did that on their first album, though, right?
No, it wasn't on the album. They just did it live.
I thought it was on their Black Country
I
Communion.
don't think it's on the album, is
Yeah,
it?
It is, yeah.
Oh, on the Black
It
Country
is on
Communion album?
the debut album. They did a version of it.
Oh,
Oh.
all right. I don't remember it being on there. I know they did it live though. They also did Burn, I remember, which was great, live. Great band. Black Country Communion was a great
Yeah,
band.
Medusa
But,
was the 8th song on the first album.
oh, okay. So they did do it on there.
Yep.
But Trapeze, man, like one of the early heavy bands too, like they were Glenn Hughes, man, sounds like he did
He
fucking
does.
1970, man. So anyway, that's my number 10, man. Medusa by Trapeze.
You might
great
be happy
band.
to hear this, Al. Apparently, Glenn, the last time I saw him, announced that the next tour he does, he's going to bring a bunch of the trapeze material and do
Cool.
it.
Nice.
I like that because
I
there's no
missed-
sign.
I missed-
He's not saying
I-
he's
I
he's
missed
going to
that.
slow down at all. I love that.
I missed that Deep Purple tour he did, like doing the
Oh.
purple stuff.
I saw it
need to see
twice.
him. I want to see him with Black Country Communion. And fucking,
I saw that, and they didn't. That's that first tour, their first album, and then I was one of the rare cities that they played in. Man, and they didn't play many shows, so and that's how I got to meet them and everything. I got to meet Glenn and Jason Bonham and all them. They were cool, man. Cool people.
That's
Jason
awesome,
seems
dude.
like a cool dude, man.
He does.
Yeah.
All right, Andy, what do you got?
Yeah, well, first of all, Trapeze is a great band. If
Yes,
y'all
they
don't hear them, they're great. I got Trapeze.
And one more thing about
Oh,
Trapeze, if you think Dave Holland was like a mediocre drummer because he did streamline his style in Judas Priest, listen to him in Trapeze and listen to how fucking good of a drummer he was, man. He was insane.
He was framed, man. That guy was framed.
Yeah, he was.
He was framed.
It came out in the news after that he was framed. So,
but after he died, he didn't get
after
the
he
fucking
died,
vindication after he died.
Yeah.
Fucking sucks.
So,
anyway,
sad story. This album, I did go with the hit song off of here. Too bad this band only had one hit song. I thought they were great. I know Al's met Leslie West before.
Oh, Mountain Rules.
twice.
Mountain. I'm going to go with Mountain. I'm going to go with Mississippi Queen. I
Oh,
love that
yeah.
breath. Such a great song. I even think Ozzy did a good cover of it on his Undercover album.
And Leslie played on that too, I think.
Huh?
And Leslie played on that version too.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
Did
that cover version. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm out with Mississippi
I
Queen.
prefer Wasp's cover
Who?
to
What, Mississippi
cover.
Queen? Mississippi
Yeah.
Queen? Yeah, that's a good version too.
Wasp won't do. The Real Me was terrible. I'm sorry.
I like the Real Me.
I don't like Wasp covers at all. Dude.
Oh, I like the Wasp.
I'm not a huge Wasp fan either, so that's probably.
Oh, you got to see them live. Fucking amazing.
I think that first album is so over fucking rated. But anyway, that's another story.
You're overrated.
I wouldn't pay to see them.
The Headless Children is their best album. That's
Jerry,
like
you're
worse.
overrated if you think that first.
I know
Wasp
I'm
album was-
overrated.
You're
I know I'm
man.
overrated.
Yeah.
I agree with you on that.
I want to pay $5 with no fees.
Look. One thing I love about doing this show with you guys is because I don't know shit compared to what you guys know, so I love learning new shit. So,
I don't
educate.
say that, bro. You know shit about
You
stuff.
know a lot. Jerry, shut the fuck up. I always tell you know a lot of shit. Fuck you.
Yeah, I'm leaving, man. Fuck this, bro.
I love learning, dude. And if you say you know it all, you don't know shit.
Don't know it all. I learned from all of you all.
I'm just saying. I'm just
from each other, man.
I'm just complimenting
Al
you guys
teaches me
because
a lot.
you guys-
Andy teaches me a lot. Mike teaches me a lot.
No, I'm
You
serious. There's
teach me a
times where
lot.
I just
Fabio teach me a lot about fucking bands that.
Let's be
fucking, like,
frank. Let's be
shit.
frank here. I don't learn shit from any of you motherfuckers.
Yeah, because
That's
Al, you know
exactly.
everybody, Al. You know
I'm just
everybody.
kidding.
Motherfucker.
he's
just
met
kidding.
everybody, and
He's met everybody. He's got pictures with
I'm
everybody.
joking.
That's why I want to hang out with him if ever we go to Tampa. That's like,
I know. I want to go to Tampa. Just
I was going to say, hey, I was around Al.
Come
I was
on
around
down,
Al.
man.
I was around Al for a day, man. Anyway, are you done, Andy? I'm sorry, brother.
Yes, I'm done.
Mark, what do you got?
I got Morrison Hotel, The Doors, Roadhouse Blues. Great. I could have picked
One
a lot
of the coolest, easiest tunes to fucking jam to.
But I could have
love
picked
it.
I could have put Maggie McGill too. I love all those songs.
You picked the right.
That's a great
Land
album.
Ho is a great song too. I just
Man,
love that whole fucking.
you see live footage of them when they did Roadhouse Blues live. It was
Yeah,
just
fucking.
man, they come out like like the place goes nuts. That was so great, and they opened with it a lot too. I think
It's just
Yeah, the
weird
amazing-
that people don't like Jim Morrison. It's like
The
what
amazing part about
fuck?
the Doors is that band was more than just Jim, man. That was a talented fucking band.
Everybody contributed to that band. It was they
Yeah.
were like a foursome, you know.
Yeah.
Jim left. They tried to make an album. It's horrible.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. But,
It
I mean,
was horrible.
don't get me wrong. Jim was probably the what do you call it? The lure of the band, I guess. But they were all talented.
They're
John
all
Denver.
Je ne sais
talented.
quoi.
Ray Manzarek, Robbie Krieger, man, underrated fucking guitar player. He was great.
Robbie Krieger's
Oh,
still
man.
fucking kicking ass right now, dude.
Yeah. Did you guys like that Ian Astbury version of the Doors?
Yes, I did.
I didn't think it was bad.
I never saw it live. but
I
I heard it.
I
I heard
liked
it.
Scott Stapp singing with the Doors too.
I never
thought it was
seen
cool,
that, so I
too.
don't know.
But Ian Astbury, he had the soul of Jim Morrison.
I would have loved to seen that.
He had the soul of Jim Morrison. It's
It was
like
better. It was
any
better
other
than
singer, any other singer they brought into the Doors. Ian Astbury had that fucking Indian presence of fucking Jim Morrison. Dude.
It was better than the new cars, though, right? Because
The new car sucked. I don't like that fucking. What's that guy who was a new car?
Todd Rundgren.
I don't like Todd Rundgren at all. So fuck the
His
new Cars.
claim to fame was bad out of hell, but other than that, I don't really like anything he's done.
Yeah.
he was
Oh, I
awesome.
like
He
that
did-
song. Hello, it's me. Hello.
Enjoy, Andy. I don't like it.
Great song.
Enjoy.
All right. My next track is from one of my favorite bands. He was on Pink Floyd for their first album and a half. Off the Madcap Laughs album, Syd Barrett's Octopus.
Ugh.
Look,
Nice.
look. Half of that album is nonsense, but every now and then there's a brilliant fucking song on that album, and Octopus
This
is
is
one
David
of them.
Gilmour, man.
Yep, exactly. But his lyrics are mumbo jumbo, but there's just something. There's something I don't know that just always drew me in about the way the dumbest shit that he talks about in songs, but I think is genius. I think he bordered on that line of genius and insane, and that's what I think the allure of Syd Barrett was. I think in his days, sure drugs helped that, but
Absolutely.
I thought Syd Barrett was a fucking lyrical genius and a musical genius. So I got to give him props for that song on that album. Like I said, if you never heard the Madcap Laughs album, give it a shot because you might surprise yourself.
Hey, Mark, are you behind on the game?
Yeah, Max Muncy just hit a 2-run home run.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm boring everybody with Syd
Hey,
Barrett,
dude,
so
the
we'll
guy's
move
on fire now, baby.
I'm boring everybody with Syd Barrett, so let's move on.
No,
Number
no, it's not that. It's not that.
Well, you saw me go like that, right?
Number 9.
Hey, Andy knows what the fuck I was watching.
Number 9, Mike. What do you got, brother?
My number 9 is Andy's number 9. I already did number 9. You mean number 8, don't you?
No, we're on number 9.
Number 9.
I already did number 9 because that was no, you're right. My number 9 was Andy's number 10. Sorry about that. Mountain, Mississippi Queen. From of course the album Climbing. I mean, what a riff. I mean, I'll tell you what, you could make the argument that Mountain was early American metal.
Yeah. Oh,
You know,
yeah.
Really. They were heavy for the time.
Absolutely, man.
Very
yeah,
heavy.
that
That
guitar
riff.
riff.
No. I mean, yeah. So I think Mountains kind of gets overlooked or forgotten about, which is a shame because they were a great band.
Yeah.
That's
Great pick, man.
not much more I can add
Right.
to it that hasn't already been said, man. So there you go.
Fabio.
I'm also going to go back to Andy, not the same song, but from the album Bridge Over Troubled Water, I picked The Boxer.
Ooh, good
great
one, man.
song.
Simon
Great
That
song.
that that is a good song. Yeah.
I love that. So, I mean, again, like we already talked about it, the whole album is great front to back. But
Well, the title
Boxer was my
track's
favorite.
amazing too. I mean, you're right. It's,
oh yeah,
right. It's a perfect record.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. When that title track is covered by Aretha Franklin and Elvis Presley, you've got a good song in your hands.
Yeah.
I think it's been on a few movies too. I think it was on that movie with Christian Bale. I think where he was. I think he was actually a fighter, wasn't he, in that movie? I can't remember what it was called, but
The Fighter.
was it called The Fighter?
I think it was called The Fighter.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
Okay, well there you go. The boxer is on The Fighter.
The Boxer, I think is what it's called.
It's actually a really.
Which is
good
about
movie.
Mickey Ward, I believe. I
Yeah.
think.
It was a really
No?
good.
I can't.
It was.
remember
I thought.
any-
I think
It
the
was.
movie is called The Fighter.
You might be
The
right.
Fighter
I'm
is-
thinking. I think.
There is a movie called The Boxer too. There was, I think it was something else though.
Oh,
Are
okay.
you thinking of the wrestler, Mike?
The Fighter is with
No.
Mickey Ward, Mark Wahlberg.
That's it.
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg, but I think Christian Bale plays his brother, right?
Yeah, Christian Bale's in there
Yeah.
also. It's called The Fighter. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a,
That's
that was
the
a
movie
really,
I'm
that
thinking
was
of.
a
a great
really
movie,
good
man.
Fucking movie. It was, yeah. All right, so let's move on to Al. What do you got, man?
My number 9 is the same as Mark's number 10, man. It was Roadhouse Blues by the Doors.
Nice.
I love the Doors, man. I've always have. Andy and I had my brother on the podcast last night. And you know, I became a Doors fan because of my older brother, man. So he had all the albums, and whenever I heard Roadhouse Blues, man, I was just like, to me, that was like the party rock song of like the 70s, man.
Oh, it's
You know,
great.
1970
Oh, it's a fun song to jam to.
I'm sure if
you're a
you-
musician.
I'm sure if
man.
you were in high school in 1970 and you walked in, you probably heard that song on the turntable a lot. You know, just one
the
of those
funny thing
drinking,
is,
like drinking,
it's
having a
actually
good
probably
time
the least.
type song.
I feel
What's
like
that?
that's like the least Doors-like song that they
Yeah.
ever put out too.
It's like if the Doors was like a party band, you know, like that's the song.
Yeah.
You know, that's like the nothing but a good time of like 1970.
Right.
Oh, hell no.
Come on,
Maybe
man.
not
I
Michael
love that
Stone
song.
anymore.
I love that
Joking,
song.
man.
Like, he just degraded the Doors right there.
It's the Long Way to Love by Britney Fox.
Oh,
version
fuck that
back in
song.
Oh, fuck me.
No,
That was-
Mike,
that was
I like
funny.
women- I like boobs.
That- yeah.
dude. I'm not.
That
gonna
was
play.
funny as
Maybe that was
hell.
a bad comparison.
That was
Sorry.
funny as hell. Listen to Mike and Nico.
At least
back
I
and
didn't say-
forth on that the other day.
At least I didn't say
Hilarious.
you know, talk dirty to me.
Oh, I like that song too. But the Roadhouse Blues, the Doors kills Poison by twice on Sundays, right, Mike?
Duh.
Come on, bro.
Maybe like
The Poison would even admit that, probably.
Yeah, they would. Please don't do a cover of Roadhouse Blues, Poison. Your cover.
Oh, they
probably did.
wrote a Kiss song and they wrote another song too.
You're
well,
right. You're right there. Yeah, bro.
Moving on.
Right, Jerry.
All right, let's move on. Andy, what do you got?
Hey, Jerry, I really was listening to you about Sid Barrett. Just that, you know, the base home run. It gets me all excited. This is going to be Creedence Clearwater Revival, 1970. You know, of course, I'm going to mention them. This is going to come off of. Golly, it's hard to say if this is my favorite album or not, because by them, because I sure do like a lot of them. Guess what's going to come off of Cosmos Factory, and I'm going to go
That's my
with Run
favorite.
Through the. Yeah, I'm going to go with Run Through the Jungle.
Yes.
And I've
Nice.
signified a lot that was going on during that time in Vietnam and the war and stuff like that. And they did write a lot of songs pertaining to what was going on in the world.
Every
So,
Vietnam movie had a CCR song. In
Oh
it.
yeah.
Yeah, always. Yeah.
Or
There-
the Doors.
And there's a reason
Pretty
for that
much.
because they defined that time. So, Cosmos Factory, I'm going to go with, man, I really could have gone with so much different songs on here. I really could have.
Yeah,
I did
I
pick
agree
Run
with
Through
you.
the Jungle.
I
I was
might have
trying-
a song off that album coming up.
I'm
Actually,
trying to pick songs that I haven't talked about yet because, you know, I do a lot of shows and I don't want to repeat myself. So I'm picking songs that I don't think I've talked about yet. So,
Gotcha. Cool. All right, Mark, what do you got?
Oh, let's see where I'm at. I'm going with Jimi Hendrix, Machine Gun.
Jimmy.
What a fucking great fucking song, man.
You know what? I did not think of any Jimmy shit.
Fucking Jimmy.
That was 1970?
This song was, yeah.
I thought
this
that was
song-
earlier.
No,
No,
it's
I
thought so
1970.
too.
From
That
the
was
Band
something.
of Gypsies album.
Band-
And it's
Yeah.
Gypsies and fucking this was like given to me to play on by Matthew Warner, the MVP of thatmetalstation.com, which sucks now. Fucking he gave me the song and I played it because I had it. I go, man, I fucking love this fucking song. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing fucking song. And Matthew Warner, you fucking rule. I hope you're listening to the. Where are you on, Mike? Where are you on now?
Radio.
Is Matthew Warner on in your chat room?
I think Matthew's been in a few times. I haven't seen him lately though, but a lot of times I'll have people coming in and out of the chat room, throughout the night, because I do like a 5-hour show. So,
I did try to get on there, but I didn't see a chat area for
you
that.
Gotta. It's weird. You gotta go to different. You gotta hit this. I've been there a couple times. You gotta
maybe when I get some time, Jerry, I can navigate you through there, man.
Yeah, please do. I'd like to hear your show.
Because Mike,
I hear your show, but I'd like to be a part of it. You
navigated me through that show, and then we started doing freeform on Friday nights because they want their weekends off. So,
all right.
I miss listening to you, Mike, on Friday nights. So, man,
I appreciate that, brother.
Oh, dude, I remember a couple of times I was a chat room member in you guys' show. It was fun, man. I like you guys just go and talk.
I love
shit. It's awesome.
I love getting in the chat room and fucking with Bill.
Well, really, in a lot of ways, what we do on the Metal Mike show is not much different than what I'm doing with you guys here. The only difference is I can play music.
Yeah.
So, so sometimes we are on the mic for several minutes at a time, sometimes 10, 15, maybe even 20 minutes. But then on the flip side of that, when I do get back in the music, I'll play like a 10-song block, maybe even more. Because sometimes
that's what I did.
Stuff. Yeah, So, when you do a 5-hour show, it's like you got to have you got to play a lot of tracks so you can have a bathroom break or
exactly
eat or whatever. So
I played Pink Floyd Dogs on that metal show.
I love that fucking song.
Yeah,
the half-hour version of Dazed and Confused.
I played that too on that metal station. Yeah,
sure. Dude, talk about a live version that goes by so quick for me. It's that one, dude. I tell you what, that's such a classic fucking live track, dude. Love
it. The thing is, when everybody left that station, I got nobody in the chat room except my regulars, and it was like boring.
I tried to get on as much as I could, but I was at work.
I know it got boring because nobody was getting in there, and I wasn't talking to anybody. I like to interact.
Yeah,
I really did like your show though, Mark. It was fun.
Yeah,
it was fun.
Well, there's some.
Don't talk about Boingo Boingo, bitch.
Some selections I questioned to be on that metal station, but
the thing is, if Mark was to do a show for Cranium, he could play whatever the fuck he wanted. We're not a metal station.
Maybe I might, if they invite me, maybe I'll do that. I don't know.
Maybe I should probably do a show on that metal station just to get my feet wet, and then eventually.
Don't do that metal station, dude. They're done.
Are they? I like Sarah, man. I think she's really cool.
I love her, and I love everybody that's on that station. The thing is, it's dead.
Is it? No,
it's dead.
Up. All right. Anyway, so it's my turn. Yeah. I'm gonna go with the song title track from that album, From the Ides of March.
Of course, you picked that.
Vehicle, man. Come on, that is a jam, dude. Come on. Seriously, dude. Good God in Heaven. I think, what a great fucking song it is. I love it, dude. That's a white guy singing too. So I tell you something, that guy's got some soul, man. So what a great song that was. I don't really know too much about them other than that song, but I really do like that song. So you guys are actually really impressed with that pick.
That's the name of the band?
No, the Ides of March is the name of the band.
Oh, Vehicle's the song?
Yes.
Ides of March, isn't that the guy from Survivor?
No.
Was it the keyboard player? No. Okay.
No. You never heard that song? Come on, you've heard of Vehicle by the Ides of March. Really?
I don't remember, man.
Good God in Heaven, I think I love. You never heard that song? Really? Okay, well. Okay, well, what the fuck do I know?
I'm going to look that band up right now.
We're going to have to move.
I'll have to check it out, man.
All right.
Yeah.
It's bluesy, funky. Well, I don't know what the fuck to call it. Obviously, guys don't give a shit, so I'll move on.
I'm listening.
No, it's a cool tune, man. I remember when American Idol was actually cool, like in the first few seasons.
Jim Petrick is in that band from.
Is he? Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But Bo Bice, one of the rockers that were actually on the show that was good, actually did that song on one of his performances, and he nailed
Yeah,
it.
they're from
And he
1960.
did Badlands.
They're from 1964,
Yeah, he
and
did.
Jim
Yes, he did.
Petrick was in that band, dude.
And
from
that was
Survivor.
awesome. He did that just him fucking singing it with no instrumentation, and he
So,
nailed
yeah,
it, dude.
Acapella.
I'm glad I was right that Jim was in there from Survivor.
I didn't know that. Anyway,
I
okay,
did.
Good job, Mike. What do you got?
Way to go.
All right. Well, my number 8 choice just shows that great minds think alike. I've got CCR, a track from Cosmo's Factory, which there's not a bad song on this album, in my opinion. Like most CCR, just almost flawless, you know. Who Will Stop the Rain? I just absolutely adore that song. I always have. Love me some CCR. I actually got to see John Fogerty about a year or so ago with George Thorogood and the Destroyers.
Nice.
Phenomenal. His whole band.
How great was he still, man?
Oh, he was awesome, dude. And George was great too, but so was Fogerty, and he had his sons as his band.
Yeah, sons.
So
Yeah.
it was, man, they're good, dude. They're good. And it's like, because, I mean, really, man, you want to talk about just a rock and roll tragedy. I mean, what happened there? And it's just, I mean, I don't get it, man. Ego, I guess. I'm like, because I'm the kind of guy that I'm not a musician, but if I had been, my brother was, you know. I often thought if I was to play any instrument, it probably would have been bass, because it just seems more natural to me and comfortable to strum something than pick at something. And my brother, he could play several different instruments. All I'm saying is, if I was in a band with my big brother, I could give a fuck less if he's right. I mean, I know, publishing rights and all that. I get that. But you were in one of the biggest fucking rock bands, especially American. I mean, you're talking about an American band that was giving the Beatles a run for their money at this time. And the Beatles were the fucking kings, okay? And it just blows me away that they fucked John the way they did and did what they did. And
he wasn't even allowed to perform those songs for the longest
Hey,
time.
man.
No,
Vance
insane.
can't dance, but
He just got the rights back to them.
I know. That's what he talked about it. He didn't really slag CCR, but he just, I'm so happy I'm able to perform my songs again. It's like, he was like a kid in a candy store. So he was just so happy.
You know why he performed the songs again? Because
They're
somebody told him, do you want them to remember Ike and Tina Turner's version of Proud Mary?
Is that true?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. They told him that, and he started performing those live again.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, I love John and I love CCR, and as I said, it's just heartbreaking to me that, I mean, I'm sorry, he was the best songwriter in the band. Period.
Yeah.
He was the only one.
When he let them write songs, the album sucked.
Right. And it fell apart, didn't it?
Yes.
It's like,
I saw the Creedence Clearwater Revisited. It just was something was definitely missing on that tour.
Hey, man.
When they tried to
well,
do
what
that
cracked
shit.
me up is when they tried to sue John when he did the Old Man
Down the road.
Well, he did center field out.
Center field.
Center field out.
Well,
yeah.
you're sounding too much like CCR, and the judge, I loved it. The judge, like, how can you sue somebody for sounding like themselves?
Yeah, that's amazing.
That's what kills me about people that say the David Gilmour without Roger Waters album sound like a David Gilmour solo album. What the fuck is it supposed to sound like?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, it's kind of like the people that want to bitch about Kerry King's new solo album. It's like, it's like,
I
It's
like
not
that
very-
album. I don't like Slayer, and I like that Kerry King's album
Because
because the
you got-
vocalist is better.
well, you got Marco Segua,
Yeah, great singer.
yeah. But my point, even Bill likes it, and he hates Tom Araya. So
Yeah,
you know,
me too.
I know you're both fucked in the head, but that's another. No, just kidding.
No, you're right.
It's
Just kidding.
it's
Yeah,
one of
no,
those things where it's just. It just boggles my mind. Like, I didn't know for years that John wasn't allowed to sing his old song.
I
Know
know.
that.
Usually
know that.
live, you can sing whatever the fuck you want to if it's live. I mean, FD bands
Yeah,
sing
but
songs all
They
the time.
did that clear, like you said, Creedence Clearwater Revisited. Because I remember
That was total shit.
my stepdaughter's boyfriend at the time. He bought one of their CDs.
Yeah.
not realizing that he thought it was like a greatest hits live album. And then when he put it in, he goes, "What the fuck? This isn't John Fogerty." I'm like, "No, bro, that's the rest of the guys basically ripping him off." "Oh man, I wouldn't have fucking bought this thing if I'd known that." I'm like, "Well, if I'd known if I'd been with you, Nick, I would have told you. Hey, don't buy that.
Yeah, back in the day, I don't know what this might have been 2000 or 2001. I went down to the valley for a party, for a family party, and Creedence Clearwater Revisited was playing at the beach, and everybody was going. I sat down at the beach house all by myself because I refused to go. There's no way I'm going to go watch that. So I just sat there alone. They're all like, "Oh, you're dumb." Blah, 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 blah. They're all like, "Oh, well, they're going to be the same songs." No, it's not. It's not. When the heart and soul is not there to do it, it's not the same.
Right.
Sorry. It's not.
Yeah, it's like I said, it just blows me away that all that went down the way it did. But moving on, man.
It's the same thing with Grand Funk without Mark Farner in the band. I won't go see them.
Well, I'll tell you what, another story is the same that one of my favorite bands is the Little River Band. Their story is the same, dude. It's really fucked how they were douched out of their fucking rights to do their song. So it happened. Yeah, I love that fucking band too. They were incredible.
Great.
All right, Favio, what do you got?
I feel like I'm going shopping for training bras.
Yes. Okay. Well, considering the lack of love I got for my Grateful Dead pick, I probably won't get a lot of love here either. But
we love you.
Well, my next song is from the album Idlewild South by the Allman Brothers Band.
That's good shit there, dude. What are you talking about?
Why would we give you shit about the Allman Brothers, dude?
They blow.
It's another cool jam band.
But I like the Allman Brothers. The Allman Brothers rule.
Allman Brothers are great.
For me, Allman Brothers over Grateful Dead any day to fuck.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I picked the instrumental track In Memory of Elizabeth Reed.
Great song.
I love that song. I actually did a summer session at the Berklee School of Music my senior year of high school, and that was one of the songs that we had to learn, and we did it as a group, and it was a lot of fun. And so that has some personal memory for me, and I always liked that song.
Great pick, Fabio.
Great pick.
Don't listen to me if I say something bad about something you like, because I'm full of shit.
I hate the Grateful Dead too, Jerry. We're there.
Yeah.
But the Allman Brothers rule. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Right now on Sirius XM, there's a new station on there on the internet. You get on your phone. It's called Brothers, and it's all Southern rock, but mainly Allman Brother tracks are on there.
Nice.
I can't keep track of the new stations they always put on Sirius. I got them locked in the channels that I like, and I pretty much keep it there. But
I like to explore.
I got Ozzy's Boneyard. I got Classic Vinyl. Fucking Hair Nation.
Classic Vinyl's great. Ozzy's Boneyard's great. I like Liquid Metal a lot, especially
Deep Track. The Deep Tracks channel's cool.
I miss Deep Tracks with Jim Ladd.
NHL. I got all kinds of.
I mean, my podcasting partner Bushy's getting into some really, really heavy stuff
on Liquid Metal.
Liquid Metal. He'll hit me up and go, "Hey, dude, you got so and so." And the first time he asked me, I was like, "What?" Okay, because I know Bushy's taste, so it shocked me that he was asking for stuff like Meshuggah. What?
From Crazy Nights to Britney Fox to that, it's like wow.
Yeah, okay. It's like, all right, dude.
Yeah, I think that's his favorite channel. Bushy is.
Yeah. Hey man,
he loves Liquid Metal, man.
Yeah, he does.
There's nothing wrong with a variety, liking a variety music.
And here's the other thing about Bushy, though. It's weird because in some ways we're totally copacetic. Like we both love Merciful Fate and King Diamond. And anyone here who disagrees is wrong, but that's
I agree.
Merciful Fate rules, man.
There you go.
There you go, Mark. Now you're getting it, man.
Drink another one.
Shout out
dude.
to Al's beautiful
I need some more alcohol
back there behind
them more.
There's another cat who's usually back there.
That's one of my two.
One. Yeah. All right. Where we at? Anyway? I got 3. So we're at. I Are you done, Fabio? I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, Al, what do you got? This is good.
I mean, this band's probably like not liked by a lot of people, but I love them, and I love this song. It's one of my favorite songs by them, and it's "Teacher" by
38 special.
yeah, they weren't even around yet. Jethro Tull.
I like
Teacher,
Jethro Tull.
teacher.
I love
the song-
Jethro Tull, dude.
I like Jethro
The
Tull,
song-
man.
The
Yeah,
song
yeah.
"Teacher," man, one of my favorite songs by them. I know Andy is not a Jethro Tull fan, but
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan.
he
of it either.
can mail the albums to me though if he doesn't want them anymore.
Yeah,
It's amazing how much shit he has of bands he doesn't like. Isn't
I
it?
still
He's got
gotta
a whole
find that
bunch of shit.
TNT album
I
for
got
you,
a pull.
man.
I got a pull for you, Al.
Look at that.
I got War Child for you. I just haven't mailed them yet. Pass and play.
No, but the Benefit album is one of my favorite albums by them. It's actually not. It wasn't on the original. I think it might have been on the UK version, but I know there was two different versions of the Benefit album. But it was released as a single in 1970, and then on subsequent like reissues, I think of Benefit, it was Teacher was on there. I always thought Teacher rocked, bro. That was a great song, great riff in that. Jethro Tull could be heavy at times. They could,
Oh,
Yeah,
sure.
they can.
Yeah.
they could
They
pull
did-
out
they
a
did-
great riff, man.
Aqualung, man.
They deserve that award over Metallica.
Oh
Absolutely.
no.
I mean,
I
come
wouldn't
on,
say that, but
locomotive
anyway.
breath, locomotive breath.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude. There's a reason why Maiden. There's a reason why Maiden
Yeah.
covered some of their songs. So you know.
Ian Anderson, is that his name?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ian
He's
Anderson.
a
yeah.
fucking. Oh, he's an awesome musician. Don't get me wrong.
I love
First
Farm on the Freeway. Yeah, great song too.
Anyway, that's my number 8.
Yeah, I was
Teacher by,
enthralled.
Jethro Tull.
I was always enthralled with Aqualung when I first heard it.
Aqualung's a great song, man.
I thought it was different, and weird
Great
at the
album,
same
too.
time.
Here's
That's a
my
great
take
album. I have it on
Toll.
vinyl. It rules.
70s Toll rules. I'm not big on
Yes.
80s Toll.
I
No.
like the album that beat Metallica. That album was really good.
But it's not a metal album, hard
Crest
rock
of-
metal album.
I know it
That's
wasn't a
the thing.
metal, but Crest of the Knave was pretty good.
No, it's a good album.
It's a
but
good
like,
album, yeah.
I remember, dude. I remember watching that live on fucking TV. That Grammys,
But it's
Yep,
not
me
as
too.
good as Metallica.
and I was taping it.
But
I was actually
Metallica
taping
was
it on
ready
my
to come out
VCR.
and get the award. They were sitting there
And I
waiting
still
to
have
come out and get
I
their
still have the
award.
original tape. I still have the original VCR tape that I taped that fucking show on. I remember the albums that it was up against was Metallica's "And Justice for All," "Blow Up Your Video" by AC/DC, "Nothing Shocking," Jane's Addiction. Was it nothing? Yeah,
I'm
Nothing
sorry,
Shocking.
nothing. I love that album, but Jane's Addiction shouldn't have been. In the
Uh,
middle
That
of
band,
it.
that band
Frozen-
sucks balls.
Frozen Metal by Iggy Pop, and did I say "Blow Up Your Video" by AC/DC?
Yeah.
already?
You did, yeah.
All right. So those are the albums that were in Crest of a Knave, obviously. Those are the albums that are up against that, you know. I mean, if Metallica didn't get it, fucking give it to AC/DC or something.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. I agree.
You
Yeah.
know?
I'd give it to
But
Iggy
Crest
Pop
of the
before
Knave is a good
fucking
album, but it's not
Jethro
a
Tull.
metal
just
album. It's not a
Goes
metal
to
album.
show you how clueless
Yeah, they're
Grammys
clueless.
these are. It's like when Megadeth won their Grammy, I think,
And
for
they played
Dystopia,
Master Puppets.
and they're playing Metallica's Master Puppets. And I'm like, guys, you can't even get Dave era Metallica. You
Or
can't play
didn't they
something off
give
Kill
it
'Em All.
to
You
Tenacious
gotta,
D for a cover song?
Yeah, right?
know
Oh,
that-
the Dio one? The Dio one?
You know,
Yeah.
though Dave never complained. That had to break his heart a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like, here's his moment, and they fuck it up.
At least,
You know?
at least play on the
It's
stage.
kind of like when he
Metallica
put out
song.
Countdown to Extinction, and it came this close to being the #1 record. But what came out at the same time?
Black Album.
Billy Ray Cyrus's "Achy Breaky Heart."
Fuck that guy.
Megadeth's "Countdown to Extinction" was the #2.
Hey, his daughter's hot.
It's like
Yeah.
junk. It's junk rock, junk country. Fucking achy breaky
Oh,
heart.
it's terrible.
Horrible.
Anyway,
That's my pick. So
moving on.
We're spending way too much on that fucking Ike
Go
Breaky
ahead.
Heart shit. All right, so Al's done. So Andy,
Yeah, back in 1970, Billy Ray Cyrus had a song that not that many people heard.
wow, "Achy Breaky Heart" came out in 1970.
Oh
That's
my
heavy.
god!
that was a revamped, remastered version.
That's
in
an innovative
1980, so-
song, dude.
No, my pick
Monkey's
is going
on
to be
fire.
the same. My pick's going to be the same one that Metal Mike started off with. I'm going to go with the one and only Grand Funk Railroad.
Nice.
I absolutely love that song. I'm your captain. It's the
song.
perfect closer.
It's a great fucking
Yes.
song.
It's, the closer
It's
on it.
epic. It's epic.
Epic.
Epic track. It's so good. It's got so many pieces to it. It just flows so beautifully. I'm a big Grand Funk fan. I absolutely love them. At first, I didn't like them at all. But
Grew on you, huh?
yeah. It really did. My uncle Renee and my friend Lewis really liked them. And I was at the record store and I bought Survival for $2. I said, let me try it. And it's one of their least known albums, or if they were already past their prime. I absolutely loved it. And ever since then, anytime that I can find anything by Grand Funk, I pick it up. So,
and you can pick up their vinyl cheap. We usually find it pretty cheap.
Yeah, I found the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band at a fucking for like $3 at a pawn shop. Or
how'd you like them, Jerry?
I think that when Mark mentioned he sings they sang Mr. Bojangles. I'm like, oh fuck, that song sucks ass.
Hey, but they did have an album in 1970.
But I still haven't listened to it. It's like a 3-disc album. I don't know what
it is. It?
Okay. Yeah. You know what? I'll probably send it to you, Andy, because I'll bring it to you when we go to Rocklahoma, because I don't really know much about that band. So I haven't listened to it yet, so I don't know. What's that?
Well, check it out first. I mean,
yeah. Oh, I will. I'll give it a listen. Yeah. But I've heard of them my whole life, but I never listened to them. I heard Mr. Bojangles that Mark mentioned that. That. It's terrible song, but
terrible. I always got them mixed up with Pure. I always got them mixed up with
Pure Prairie League.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So anyway, Andy's done. So Mark, what do you
got? Elton John, Your Song.
Oh man, what a song!
Great fucking song. We did an Elton John episode, and I think
I did 70.
Yeah,
yep.
70, man.
His self-titled album.
Self-titled album, man.
Yeah, no, I know that. I know the stuff. I didn't know the year it came out.
Yeah, 2 albums.
It's a great fucking song. Come on, you got to pick Elton John in the 70s.
It's a little bit funny. Yeah. Oh, what a song!
Great fucking song. It just hits you right in the heart.
And talk about one of the best musical collaborations, him and Bernie Taupin, man.
Oh my God, yes,
absolutely. I know you guys like Billy Joel better, but man, that combination.
No, I like Billy Joel better. You guys all like Elton John better.
I like Billy Joel better, but I love them both.
I love them both. Yeah, I mean they're really the American and English counterpart to each other. Yeah. I mean, as far as like. Yeah, I know, because I know, Mark, one of your contentions is, well, Elton didn't write his lyrics. Yeah, but he wrote the music. And don't get me wrong, those lyrics Bernie did, he was the perfect guy for Elton.
But Billy wrote both.
He did, and he did. I'm not taking that away from him. But, and don't get me wrong, there's some great Billy Joel material. Love Billy. But if I had gun to head, they gotta have to go Elton John, bro.
But the amazing part about Elton, didn't he write the songs around his lyrics?
Well, what he would do is he would write the songs on the piano, and then he would basically do scat vocals, kind of like what Ozzy does.
Yeah.
And then later, Bernie would give him the lyrics, and he would, and then sometimes he would change things and do different things. And it's kind of like Ozzy. I mean, Geezer wrote a lot of the lyrics to Black Sabbath, but I got a newsflash for people. He didn't write all of them. Ozzy did write some of his own lyrics, even with his solo career. I guess.
I know Ozzy wrote a lot of lyrics, dude. That's like you guys are talking about on the plug, dude. The guy can write lyrics. Even Geezer said he wrote a lot of the great fucking songs.
And so did Geezer, though. I mean, you can't take it. And I can usually tell the difference between Ozzy lyrics and Geezer lyrics. You know what I mean? Like Geezer's usually a lot of his lyrics tell stories.
But like, Ozzy was evil. Ozzy was evil, like you said.
Oh, dude, the original lyrics to War Pigs is a lot more evil than Geezer's.
Yeah.
Cast the priest into the fire. Geezer's like, whoa.
I was in that episode with you, Date, and your brother, and I was going, you're fucking so right about that shit. It's like fucking amazing.
Yeah. So
I got that version of War Pigs.
Yeah. And it's like, fuck, Ozzy, goddamn, man, take it down about 20%, dude. I was like, shit.
People think Ozzy's dumb, and it pisses me off when they call Ozzy dumb.
Is he
Ozzy's
burned
not
out?
fucking dumb, dude.
Yeah. But here's the thing. I think Ozzy's had Parkinson's for a lot longer than because I'm telling
Oh, absolutely.
when I
There's
watched
something
the
wrong. Yeah.
Osbournes, he had the trembling.
Oh yeah.
I told
Oh,
my
yeah.
mom then,
I
I'm
saw
like,
that.
Mom, Ozzy's got Parkinson's. Something's not right.
He's had at least
I'm a
had at least
nurse.
over 20 years.
I'm a nurse. I know what Parkinson's looks like, and it breaks my fucking heart that my hero can't even walk anymore. You know,
My
but
dad went
it's
through
what
that
it
shit.
is,
So
man.
absolutely.
I refuse to watch the Osbournes.
That was funny.
I like the first
I liked
season.
it.
I didn't mind the first few seasons, but after a while, it got, especially when he was so fucking fucked up on pills.
When he got fucked up on the ATV, that's when fucked him up now. When he crashed that ATV, that's what fucked his life up now.
You're right. You're right. He's never really been the same.
Because they did that fucking shit. If they didn't do that shit, Ozzy would be good right now. You know, think about
Oh,
it.
God, his kids were so fucking annoying. I'm glad they've kind of grown up and matured. And
Sure.
I love his son. His son is amazing.
I didn't mind the show at first, but it got old.
I like Jack.
You know? And the thing that bothered me about it is because of the fact that his Parkinson's and his trembling, and another thing that causes people that have they mumble. Yeah. And I'm going, okay, something's wrong with Ozzy. And then the fact that, according to the documentary, God Bless Ozzy Osbourne, he was strung out on pills. He wasn't doing illegal drugs anymore, but like I think what's going on with Ace Frehley, popping pills. You know, addicts are addicts, man. And the way Ace is acting, the things he's doing, I'm like, he's popping fucking pills, man. And
you would know better. You would know.
Jack called him out on it in that documentary. He talked about it when Ozzy said, well, I threw away my drugs. And Jack was like, well, why'd you have them in the first place, Dad? Because at the time, Jack's trying to quit. And they get in this huge fight, man. And they talk about it. It's a great documentary. It's called God Bless Ozzy Osbourne. They did one on A&E a while back that was pretty good, but that one is phenomenal.
Jack's got something wrong with him too. He's got
multiple sclerosis. MS, man, which again, back in the day was a total death sentence. Jack is lucky that A, he has enough money to fight it. B, the treatments and the things that my best friend I was telling you about earlier, Big B, he's got it. And he has to take these infusion treatments, and he says it does help. But yeah, it worries me, man. I don't want my big buddy. I mean, because I've seen what happens to people with MS. It ain't fucking pretty, man.
Christina Applegate, for instance.
That poor little thing. She's really hitting hard.
What's weird about that is who's the girl from The Sopranos?
Meadow.
She has it too.
Meadow. She's got it too.
But she seems to be doing.
Was my crush for years.
But she seems to be doing so much better. She seems to be doing so much
she's
better.
like a year younger than us, Mike.
I know.
I thought she was older than us, you know. Nope. I said, what? She's 54? 53? I go, damn, I'm like a year older than her.
Yeah, to go back to your song, that was played at our wedding.
Andy, that makes me feel so good because I've always felt like if I ever got married, that would be the song I would play. Because
we had like an album full of different songs.
Everything that you should feel about the woman you love or the person you love. Because I know that Elton's gay. So, but to me, that's what is great about it, you know. And from what I understand, Bernie Taupin, he kind of knew Elton was gay before Elton came out. And that's why if you read the lyrics, he never specifies the sex of the person he's speaking to. He did that for Elton's benefit, which I thought was really, really cool. Now, they are saying, well, he didn't know, but I'm like, yeah, but if you watch that movie, and I know some people didn't like it, some people didn't mind it.
I don't like it. I don't like it either.
There's a part where he kind of hits on Bernie, and Bernie just says, Elton, buddy, I love you, man, but I'm not gay. Like, you're my boy. I love you, bro, but I don't go that way, you know?
And I do prefer Elton in the 70s, but I love Billy Joel more in the 80s.
Well, I mean, Elton's in the 70s, of course. I mean, he was unstoppable in the 70s. That shit was.
You know, that's a good thing
road,
right there, Andy, because like I like some of Elton's 80s stuff. Like I love. I guess that's why they call it the blues. I love a lot.
I love that song.
I love I'm Still Standing. There's some
Less Than Zero was awesome out.
There's some great material in it, but I think Elton's best stuff was in the 70s. And while Billy wrote some great 70s stuff, he really came on his own in the 80s. I mean, Innocent Man, what a great record.
Yes.
Oh, I love Innocent Man. And we were just talking about that where he was doing songs to give tribute to the 50s, but it sounded so fresh when it came out in the 80s. It's amazing how
it was brilliant. And from what I understand, the record company people were like, Billy, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing this retro shit for? And it blew up, man. But I love that Uptown Girl for the longest time. That's a great record.
My favorite song on the album is the title track.
Yeah, Innocent Man's beautiful. Dude,
God, it's so amazing.
It's a perfect record. There's not a bad song on that album. To me, as much as I love Piano Man and a lot of his 70s stuff, I think Innocent Man's his masterpiece, man. That's just my opinion, but
yeah, it kind of lost me. It kind of lost me with "We Didn't Start the Fire," but
I like that
too, Jerry. I didn't really like that.
Oh man, I saw that tour and he was awesome, but
Down Easter, Alexa, I like those songs, man.
Maybe the rest of the album, but I'm just saying I didn't really care for that particular song.
I like that song.
It came out at the same time as Love Shack from B-52, so I kind of lumped those.
What the hell? I love Love Shack.
Oh God, dude!
That album by B-52s. If you take the singles out, you got Channel Z on it. We are living on Channel Z.
You know what? I had a crush on the redhead.
Oh, Kate Pearson is amazing.
McPherson? Kate Pearson,
yeah.
She's gay though.
Well, I'm just saying.
Really?
I like gingers.
Yes.
Damn, she's hot though.
She was also in Iggy Pop, Candy.
Just don't mention Shiny Happy People.
I like Shiny Happy.
That song sucks.
I do too.
All right, well let's move on to my pick. All right, since my last two were such awesome picks, this one here is going to definitely fucking among one of the best so far. So far, did I say so far? Okay.
So far.
Okay. Anyway, but what I must say one word. It's a song about a transvestite. That kind of says it all right there. Come on, you guys know what it is.
Yeah.
Hello, LA.
Lola by the Kinks. What a great
that's a great song
that is, dude. Come on, man.
Girls will be boys and boys will be girls.
You gotta love that song. Again, we talked about brothers shouldn't form bands together. Ray and was it Dave? Dave?
Yeah. But they're
Davies brothers, man.
What a great band they were too, man. I mean, they were heavy too in the early days. I mean, with All Day and the Night. Was it?
But you got the best two brothers of all time, and Alex and Eddie, man.
And you really got me was a heavy riff at the time, dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was like 64, 63.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty heavy ass riff for the time being. But I love the not so seriousness about that song, Lola. And that's a fun song to play on guitar too. It's a really cool song on acoustic.
Hey, the Kinks are one of the most underrated bands of that era.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
They got overshadowed by the Who. I think the Kinks is a way better band than the Who.
Well,
hey, I looked it up, Mark. Yeah. Pearson is not gay; she's bisexual.
Same thing.
She had. Well, no, it's not, dude. It's
but
not.
She's married to a girl right now.
Yeah, maybe she was also married to a couple of guys.
Okay.
Hey man, increases her date night, a lot. So she can just.
I like Cindy Wilson better because she was the blonde.
Well, I wouldn't kick her out of bed for eating crackers.
No,
I would, especially crackers. I want crackers in my bed. But,
yeah. You see, the Kinks and the Who, it's the same thing, 70s and 60s. I prefer Who in the 70s and the Kinks in the 60s.
I agree with you.
I thought they were going to try to do some kind of reunion a few years ago, but I guess it fell through the cracks.
All Day, All Night is one of the best songs of all time.
But you know what? I like your pick, Jer. I love that
Great
song.
Pick.
Even though even as a kid, I was like, say what? But it's a catchy tune, man.
When I was a kid, I was all like, man, that girl's strong.
Hey, Dalton Rushing got his first major league hit.
What do you fucking do? Who gives a shit? All right, let's.
If it was a Red, you would, fucker.
I don't give a fuck about the Reds either right now. This is a music podcast. Fuck baseball. Number 7.
No, this is an everything podcast. That's freeform. We talk about sports on this podcast, bitch.
Oh
Okay.
God, this is already on
My
its
track
second and a
just
half hour.
proves that great minds think alike. Elton John, your song. Can't really add more to it than you guys already did. So there you go.
Awesome. All right, let's move on to Andy or Fabio. I'm sorry.
All right. My next pick comes from the first Paul McCartney solo album, Maybe I'm Amazed.
Oh, great song. I forgot about that one.
What a vocal. What one of the best vocals ever,
Yeah.
I think, on that song. Holy shit.
Yeah, I
Especially
mean,
that ending part. Oh,
between
man.
the Beatles and then all the guys putting out their solo albums, 70 was a strong year for that group. And yeah, I love that song. Love it. It's a great album, too.
I've never seen him live, and I would have loved to. I
I've
think
seen Paul McCartney.
He's done right. He's done right. He's retired.
I saw him on the Flowers in the Dirt tour on Thanksgiving. Really great concert, man.
But it seems like he played like 30 songs. I mean, it seems like his set was long. I mean, when I remember reading it, it's
Well,
like,
when I
He got a lot of sub 3-minute songs too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
When I saw Paul, there was no opening band, so he played for a long.
I saw him, like I said, I saw him at the Forum on Thanksgiving on the Flowers in the Dirt tour. Really good, man. Really good song. Everybody went to the restroom on Ebony and Ivory, though.
Well,
that was a restroom song.
His SNL performance was awesome, dude. I mean,
amazing.
Yeah, great. All right, that's a great pick, man. I never thought about that. I love that song. What a vocal!
Great song too.
All right, where we at? Al.
My number 7 is. I mean, I don't know if a lot of people probably even heard of this band. I mean, they're pretty obscure, but the song is "Get Back" by the Beatles.
Oh, never heard of them.
What? I had never heard of that band ever.
Shit. I thought they were going to be huge, but then they just fizzled out after that.
Right?
Weren't there that band that was on Gilligan's Island that one episode? Or...
Oh, the Mosquitoes.
The Mosquitoes. Yeah.
Mosquitoes.
But yeah, it's not. I mean, I don't really need. Do I really need to talk about "Get Back" by the Beatles? It's actually one of my favorite songs. When I was a kid, that was one of my. Before I even really was aware of the Beatles, I remember hearing that song on the radio, and I always loved it. So it's always been a favorite of mine.
And that's Lennon. That's Lennon doing the lead guitar work on that one, ain't it?
Yeah,
that's not George.
Yeah. Well, that's from the rooftop concert too, right?
Yeah.
So, that's my 7.
Nice.
All right, Andy, what do you got?
Yeah, my number 7. I'm gonna hit on the same album that Favio chose for the Allman Brothers, Idle South, but I'm gonna pick a different song. You really could have gone about 3 or 4 different songs
right on
off of here. In memory of Elizabeth Reed is fantastic.
Great
I'm gonna go with Midnight Rider.
Midnight Rider. Oh my god,
that song, man.
Oh, dude.
Great song.
Every time. I'll talk about it in a little bit.
I never knew that came out in 1970. Damn, I got my ears fucked up. What a great song!
Dwayne Allman's, man. Sometimes he can sing. Not sometimes. Every time he sings, he does it with so much passion.
Even his solo albums, man.
Was Dickie the last one to go, or is the drummer still alive?
Jamo's still alive.
He's the only one. Right?
Jamo's the only one left.
Yeah.
From that original incarnation. Yeah, everybody else is gone.
That's fucking sucks. But then he realizes, that I look in the mirror and I'm old too, so I understand it.
Yeah, but when I went to Macon, Georgia, I think it was like 3 years ago, I found their grave sites.
Really?
Yeah. I took pictures, but I didn't want to post them because it was weird to post it. I felt weird taking pictures.
Oh, that would have been cool, actually, dude. I would have posted that.
Okay, well, I'll go ahead and send it to you, Jerry.
Yeah, I want to see him.
So that you can see it. And
you guys all need to come to LA and go to the fucking Rainbow with me, bitches.
You guys need to see Cliff Burton's fucking tombstone.
And they had transformed their house. It's called the Big House. They transformed it to this really cool museum. And Dickie Betts had bought it for him and his girlfriend in 1970 or 71. And everybody moved in, and it became a recording studio, and where they would all go there. They crashed out. Eventually the Allman Brothers lived there, and they would rehearse and record and do whatever they want in that house, and it's pretty cool. They got the
That's in Atlanta. That's in Atlanta. You said
Macon, Georgia.
Macon, okay.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. You can still hear all the creaks and stuff like that, and they got this was Dwayne's room, this was so and so's room, and it's pretty cool.
I almost got mugged. I almost got robbed in Macon once, so I won't going back there anytime soon. But yeah, it wasn't a very. Don't go to a Macon Walmart. Don't ever do that. Okay.
Oh, anyway, just don't go to a Walmart. You'll be fine.
We went to a Macon Walmart when we were leaving Macon.
Maybe we've been to the same one. It was terrible. You see people pocketing shit there, and people. I mean, you can't do anything about it because it happens all the time. It was a mess, dude.
My wife got down. I took a nap in the car.
Roaches. It was a mess. Anyway, Mark, what do you got, dude?
I'm glad I picked this band first from the album In Rock. Deep Purple, Child in Time, baby.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what a fucking great fucking track. It's like this album fucking rules, but this song is the star of the album. Ian Gillan can't even sing this anymore.
No.
It's fucking so fucking amazing. So Deep Purple, Child in Time is my number 7.
Great pick, Mark.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, my next pick would be with I agree with Al, man. This little known band that came out, and you may have heard of them, but my song is different. I love The Long and Winding Road, dude. I love that fucking song. Dude. It's a fucking masterpiece.
Giving anything away, the Beatles is on my list, and I picked a different song, but that one, I literally had to flip a coin because I couldn't.
I got a Beatles song on my list.
And when I think of the Beatles, it's that one and A Hard Day's Night is the only two songs I think of when I think of the Beatles. The first two songs that pop in my head. What a
Long Winding Road is just such a beautiful,
great song.
Paul's vocals on it. And it just
one of the best.
Even as a kid, when I heard it, I always felt like that was their breakup song. Because it was technically their last.
That's true.
It was their last number one hit.
Yeah, and it was like that. So every time I hear that song, and they even did a video of it where Paul's playing the piano and you see all this vintage footage of the Beatles throughout the years of their existence. And yeah, I definitely think it was Paul saying goodbye, maybe even talking to his bandmate. You left me standing here a long, long time ago, almost like, because Paul, people got to remember, Paul didn't want the Beatles to stop. He wanted to keep going. It was George and John, I think, really, that were like, we're done.
Yeah, there was a lot of problem with the mismanagement because if you think about it, between 67 and 70, the Beatles had no manager.
No, they tried to badly manage themselves.
Yeah, they tried.
He died, and they couldn't, and I don't mean this to be harsh, but those guys couldn't manage themselves out of a paper bag. No. It's no different than when Black Sabbath found out that, because they had their original manager who actually took care of them, but they listened to Patrick Meehan. He gets in their head. They get rid of the other guy. When they even said later, we fucked up. We fucked Jim over, and they even said, bro, we're sorry, man. So they go with Patrick Meehan. Then they find out later he's ripping them off blindly. Yeah. So then you get all this legal bullshit, which is why Ozzy wrote the lyrics to the writ. Is over in England, when you get a court summons, that's what they call it, a writ. So Ozzy just goes off on that song. It's probably one of my all-time favorite Black Sabbath songs. But they said after that, Ozzy goes, and he thinks that's what led to Sabbath's breakup. He's like, we tried very badly to manage ourselves, and we just fucking couldn't, man. Geezer, he said, had a little bit of an idea because he went to accounting school. He goes, but we didn't fucking know what we were doing,
Yeah. And then Ozzy, Paul, I'm sorry, Mike. Go ahead.
But Ozzy was like, it got to be where we're making records because we almost have to pay the lawyers. Ozzy just felt like it was like a job. It wasn't fun anymore. And he credits all of it. Like if we'd stuck with Jim Simpson, we would have been a lot better off as a band. Because for one, he goes, it would have been like the Beatles firing Brian Epstein. That's what we did with Jim. Which he's still good friends with the band to this day, man. But It got, I mean, obviously it hurt Jim, but Sabbath fucked up, where with the Beatles, it was out of their control. Epstein dies and they're kind of like, well, fuck, what do we do now? Okay, let's start Apple Records. And I mean, it was a noble thing they tried to do, but being a rock star and being a musician and being a businessman and running a business, two different fucking things, man.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I think at that point they didn't have anybody they could really trust to do right.
And Paul wanted his father-in-law and his brother-in-law, and George and John said, "Fuck no, fucking way are you gonna have your in-laws run the Beatles? No way." So they decide on Alan Klein, who was the biggest rip-off guy.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
well, I think that I mean, I understand where John and Paul because John and George are coming from, because they're probably like, fuck, dude, you're already one of the alpha males of the band. If your family gets involved, we ain't gonna have no fucking say anything. Honestly, I don't think that's what would have happened musically. I think Paul was just wanting smart business people. Now, would his in-laws have done any better? I don't know. We'll never know. But you're right. That other guy completely fucked them over.
Oh yeah, well he fucked everybody over.
He fucked the Stones over too, right?
Yeah, and
the Stones and
the sad thing about it is, like I said, Epstein took care of them boys. Yeah, he looked out for him. He was a good manager, man.
He died. They got fucked. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. All right, let's go number 6, guys. Mike.
All right. Again, great minds think alike. Jimi Hendrix, Machine Gun from Band of Gypsies. Fucking epic. I love this song. I'm more of a Jimi Hendrix Jimi Hendrix Experience guy, but I appreciate the Band of Gypsies.
Right on.
And this song rules. And it's just sad because a few short months later, Jimmy was gone, man.
Everybody died in 1970, man.
I know, right?
What was it? Janis Joplin, Jim Morrison, Jimi Hendrix? Like,
yeah.
And I know that Morrison died with 71. He died a couple weeks before I was born. That's why I'm the reincarnation, I think.
Oh, shots fired.
You ain't the fucking, Lizard King, buddy.
And I know that it's subjective of who the best guitar player is, but dude, when you hear Jimmy live, nobody gets close to him at all.
Well, again, I kind of agree with you, Andy, and I'll tell you why. Because
I think Jimmy Page gets damn close to him, but
different style. I mean, it's like ice cream flavors, man.
Here's what set Jimmy apart. Jimmy was a guy who started late in life. People have to remember he was only 16. His dad couldn't afford to. He had to get a guitar and learn how to play it backwards. What he did. And the fact that he was doing and getting the sounds he was using natural distortion, they didn't have the, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying like Eddie Van Halen, obviously, because one of the things I found out about him that I didn't realize when I was younger was that, I mean, I knew he custom made his own guitars and shit, but I didn't realize all the innovations that Eddie did on the technical side. I'm not talking musical side. To his guitars and the things he would do to make them sound that way. So I'm not taking anything away from Eddie. In my opinion, he is our generation's Jimi Hendrix. I don't even think anybody can debate that.
Right.
That being said, though, man, Jimmy was doing shit that, I mean, could you imagine what Jimmy would have done if he had lived with the technology that would have come out? My God, it would probably blow your mind and melt your fucking brain. Like I mean, I really do believe that, because he was doing shit that when I was a kid, the first time I heard Hendrix, I couldn't believe this was in the 60s. He did this shit before Sabbath and Zeppelin, and he doesn't use pedals. He doesn't use he's doing all that natural distortion.
Plug right into the fucking.
I mean, fucking mind blowing, man. So you're telling me, like, if he would have come, like, can you imagine what fucking Hendrix? Yeah. Could you imagine what Hendrix could have done with fucking some of these fuzz pedals and the shit that they're coming out, especially now.
Not to mention turning a right-handed guitar into a left-handed guitar, which I've tried to do before. It doesn't sound I can't make it sound as good as he did. That's for sure. And I'm a Fender Strat guy too. So
are you a lefty, Jerry?
No, I'm a righty, but I tried fucking around with it before in the past. I mean,
Because I've often wondered, like when Iommi plays guitar, has he got a specially made left-handed guitar, or how does that work?
No, he just turned it around, man. I think for the most part, yeah.
Yeah, but that guitar is symmetrical, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Right.
But I watched an episode of Pawn Stars where they actually sold one of his guitars on there. That was pretty cool,
Jimmy?
actually. Yeah, one of Jimmy's guitars.
Yeah. I mean, the guy was. Yeah. So, Andy, I kind of have to agree with you on that, man. I don't see how you can argue, really. Like, the guy did things that no one had done before, and he did it using natural fucking distortion. He didn't have that's what I'm saying. I would love to have heard what Jimmy would do with the technology that came in the late 70s and 80s, and even beyond it. It would have fucking. I don't know. People might have still been trying to catch up to him. You know what I mean? I mean, the man was. I mean, it's fucking Hendrix, dude.
Oh, they still are trying to catch up to him,
right?
As a guitar player, he's like I said, there's two type of guitar players for me that want to make me play, and someone want me to put the guitar down because I'm never going to be that good. And Jimmy was one of those, I want to put the fucking guitar down because I'm never going to fucking be that good.
Well, when you think about the fact that a lot of Jimmy's peers were like, what the fuck? Guys like Pete Townsend and fucking Eric Clapton, and they're all going, Peter Green, all these great guitar players, and they're all going, holy fucking shit. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Favio.
All right. Well, my next one's not as flashy as Jimi Hendrix, but killer. In my opinion, I love this song. I love this band from the self-titled Chicago album, 25 or 6 to 4.
Oh, great song,
I almost picked that song. Great fucking song.
Yeah. Love that song, man. Just, growing up when I was first started hearing, well, actually I was hearing their 80s stuff first as a kid, which I also liked. But then when I heard their old stuff and getting all the horns and everything coming in there, I always loved that song and grew to love that era just as much, if not more, than the 80s material that I grew up with.
If you're on classic rock radio for a long time during the day, you'll hear that song probably.
Oh, yeah.
It's that good of a song, yeah.
Good pick, Fabio.
Terry Cath.
Great pick.
Great guitar player.
Yeah. Idiot, though, playing Russian roulette with his gun, but yeah.
Well, yeah, I agree. But anyway, Al, what do you
got? Yeah, my number 6 is going to be, Andy touched on this one already. It's one of my favorite, guess you could call them Southern rock, whatever, but Allman Brothers Band, Midnight Rider. I got to go with that one. Every time I hear that song, I don't know, it just brings me to another place. I remember hearing that as a kid and just, I don't know, Greg Allman's voice like soothed me on that song for some reason. It was like soothing, almost like made me like just forget all my troubles in the world and just, kind of zone out in that song. So it was always just one of those songs for me, man. And it had to be on this list. And it was released in 1970. So yeah, Midnight Rider by Allman Brothers, man. Love it. Love them.
I love the dual lead vocals on that song, dude. It's incredible harmonization, man. It's a great song, dude. Absolutely. I didn't think that came out in 1970, but I guess I'm wrong as usual. So, or I would have picked that one. Okay, Andy, what do you got?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go see Derek Trucks when he comes around. I've seen him with the Allman Brothers.
Isn't that a $30 Live Nation concert? Yeah,
it's on there. I might go check that out. Mark, my buddy Mark, touched on this album already, but I'm gonna go a different route. Deep Purple and rock. I'm going to go with Bloodsucker.
It's not a bad song on that album.
No, it's great. I absolutely love Child in Time, but I always talk about Child in Time, so I wanted to talk about something else. I was going to go with Speed King,
great,
but when the album was playing, I was like, "Ooh, Bloodsucker's really, really good." I know that I would have said that over and over if I had left the album playing. But Deep Purple, I'm going to go with Bloodsucker off of In Rock. And the reason why I picked this is because this is Mark II. This is where they do that big switch to hard rock.
Yeah.
Which Mark I, I love Mark I, but this was a whole different band.
Yeah.
So that
Oh, yeah.
was no more Hush, huh?
Yeah, Richie wanted this kind of band. And there's a reason for that because his guitar is freaking awesome on
Dude,
guitar.
you guys have seen Deep Purple probably more than I have. I've never seen them live. Do they still do stuff from that era, like Hush era and stuff like that?
They
Oh, yeah.
they do. I saw them the dual thing with Judas Priest.
Yeah, and
Okay,
they finished
yeah.
with Hush.
Yeah,
That's what
they
they
finished
Really?
with.
That's their
Oh, okay.
closer.
That's
Yeah.
cool. Never
He
did.
doesn't do Child in Time,
No.
but he does do Hush. Yeah.
All right, Mark, what do you got?
Mark has. Oh, I'm glad I picked this before. This might be higher up on your motherfuckers list because it's Black Sabbath. One of my favorite songs by them, N.I.B.
Nice.
Fucking love this song. A
So
lot
good.
of good
I
covers
would-
of this song
I would
too.
say
It's like,
Sabbath's gonna be on everybody's list.
yeah, Sabbath is gonna have to. If you don't have Sabbath, like Mike said, you ain't a metal fan. If you don't like Sabbath, you ain't a metal fan.
Yeah,
I'm
I
a metal
stand by
fan.
You ain't a music fan to be
You ain't a
honest
music
with
fan if you don't
Well,
like
I
Sabbath.
mean, but what pisses me off is, and believe me, I've met them. I've met people who are so-called metal fans, and they're like, "Well, I don't like Black Sabbath," and they get mad at me because I'm not usually confrontational. Like everybody's entitled to their opinions, but to me, calling yourself a metal fan and saying you hate Ozzy and Sabbath is like saying, you know what, man, I really love outlaw country, but fuck Willie Nelson and Johnny Cash.
Right.
It makes no sense to me whatsoever. It's
there's no
retarded.
sense.
Okay, it's fucking moronic. It just it grinds my gears. It boils my blood. And I'm just like, you're a moron. Get away from me. Like you're a retard. That's like saying, man, I really love psychedelic rock, but fuck the Doors and Jefferson.
Right?
What are you talking about, man? Like seriously, it makes no sense to
It's
me.
like I love Britney Fox, but I can't stand Cinderella, man. I mean, come on.
It's
There
like
you go. There you
Shut
go.
the
Exactly,
fuck up,
Jerry. But
it's
no,
like, it's like saying,
I mean,
I
I just-
really love sandwiches, but I hate bread.
yeah,
Oh,
right.
I like New Wave, but I don't like Depeche Mode.
You know what? I love
They suck.
I love classical music, but fuck Beethoven and Mozart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, you know,
Mom, who the fuck is
I
that
love
guy?
old school blues, but Robert Johnson and BB King suck cock.
I set this I set this mic blow up because I listened to the album.
Well, semi blow up, but yeah,
Yeah.
I really went off on my last episode.
Oh, you did. That's why I brought this up. You ain't a metal
Really?
fan if you don't like Black Sabbath. I heard you.
Yeah, I'm calling you out, man. Like, I'm not saying they got to be your favorite metal band, even, but you have to.
Hey, what about those?
Recognize.
I like Disturbed, but people say Disturbed is better than Black Sabbath. Like, what the fuck you talking about?
What the fuck kind of drugs are they on?
I know,
What the
right?
fuck?
I've seen that. I've seen Disturbed is better than Black Sabbath. I go,
Like-
I don't want to talk to you. You're stupid.
No, maybe from a younger person, like 20 and under, maybe.
Hey, I like
Here you go,
Disturbed.
Black Sabbath.
I like most of my friends went to the Disturbed concert last night in the Forum, and it was pretty hopping. I saw videos from that. They were.
I can't-
Disturbed has a lot of fans, man.
I can't stand that guy's voice. The only thing he did good
Oh,
was
I love Draymond's
that
voice.
Nita,
I love
Nita
Draymond.
Strauss song. He was good on that. But other than that, I just not a fan.
I love David
Yeah.
Draymond.
That debut album's fantastic. I heard it not too long ago because I had heard it in a while.
Is he the one that did the Sound of
Silence, yes.
Sound of Silence?
Unfortunately.
cover?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
terrible though.
Oh,
Here's the thing about Disturbed. My nephew, Christopher, perfect example, younger. He loves Disturbed. But you know what? If you asked him, hey, who's better, Disturbed or Black Sabbath, he's going to laugh at you. And he's going to go, what kind of fucking retarded question
I've
is that?
seen people in groups saying Disturbed is better than Black Sabbath, and I go, okay.
I would
Whatever.
leave that group.
I
I would
don't
leave
even-
that group.
Yeah,
I have left those groups. Mofos of Metal.
I don't know if they're better than
Oh,
any metal band.
that group is so fucking out there. I quit it. I got out of
Well,
there.
they're-
too.
I'm out of the group, but I still share our shit in that group because they're
I
public
got
group.
enough of them, man. It was like constant 24/7 Manowar bashing for like
Oh,
6
my.
months.
Man
Well,
of War
Mofos of
love.
Metal,
What are you
I
talking
think they're
about?
the ones that bash on Sabbath. Ozzy
Yes,
here.
they do. They bash on everybody
Fucking
because they got a bunch of keyboard warriors on that. Anyway, my pick is I have 2 songs from this album. Sorry, I usually don't pick 2 songs from the same album, but Gallows Pole from Led Zeppelin, dude, is a fucking jam, fucking classic from hell off Led Zeppelin 3. One of the most underrated albums, in my opinion, from that. I mean, people are like kind of got a weird thing about Led Zeppelin 3, but I love that album, dude. I love the acoustics. I love everything about it. And that song's a fucking jam, dude. I don't care what anybody says, man.
You know
I
what,
love
Jerry?
watching. I was so when they did the No Quarter thing on MTV, man. When they did that song, man, I was in hog fucking heaven, dude. Just I remember just loving.
I'm gonna give you a spoiler alert
Damn,
right
damn,
now.
damn, damn.
One of my friends, I sent her the list of what I picked on this episode, and she said, "I gotta ask you something. You didn't pick any Zeppelin?" And I go, "Well, I got a huge Zeppelin co-host. He's gonna pick Zeppelin, so that's covered."
Oh, yeah. I got
Exactly.
him covered. I got him covered a couple of times on this.
I know
but
you
man,
got it covered, Cherry. That's why I did pick
Dude.
Zeppelin. I want to give other things. Yeah.
Talk about. I use one of Mark's words.
Hey,
groove. Holy shit,
yeah.
that's one of the most.
I told
groove-tastic songs
told
ever,
her
dude.
I would have picked the Immigrant Song. So there you go.
Yeah, I think. I mean, there's only like one bad song. There's not no bad songs on.
I would have
that,
picked the Immigrant Song from Led Zeppelin if I picked
Hats
the
off to
Zeppelin
Roy
song.
Harper's iffy, but I still like the only song I don't like by Led Zeppelin is Carousel Ambra. Every other song
I like Carouselamba. Fuck you.
I know I get shit on a lot for not liking that.
You
song.
like the grunge too.
I like Hot Dog too, so
I like
You like the
grunge.
grunge. You like all the shitty Zeppelin songs. So
I like every song but one.
what's that?
Carousel Ambra. I just said
I like Carouselamba.
it's like you prog fans out there. I like 99 out of 100 of Rush songs, but the song I don't like, I get fucking emails,
You know what, Jerry?
certified letters in the mail why I should like that song.
There's
everything.
trouble. There's trouble in the forest. There's trouble with the trees.
Yeah, okay. Anyway,
What, you don't like
Anyway.
the trees, Jer?
no, I just didn't like that. So I don't like how it starts.
I mean,
out.
it's okay, dude. I'm not.
I made a joke saying it sounds like Hobbit sex or something. I can't remember what it was.
That's actually kind of funny.
the first
It
5
is.
seconds of this.
It is, but I will
There's
joke with
trouble
it
in
on
the
it because
forest.
it's funny.
I love Rush. I do.
I know you.
As
but
you
not
should
that
love
song.
Rush because Rush rules.
But I'm telling you, the shit that I got from when I said that was people emailing me and saying,
Hey, man.
man,
Hey, Jerry.
I'll tell you what. I'm going to say it right now. The Rush.
collect calls. I'm getting calls from people. No, it wasn't.
Yeah, dude. But seriously, all joking around aside, now I'm a Rush fan. I consider
Dude.
especially their 70s and early 80s stuff. I just absolutely adore. But man, the Rush fans, they're rabid.
They are, man. Prog fans, prog
Yeah,
fans in
but they're
general,
not
they really
rabid
are.
like Slayer, but they're like rabid Slayer fans, but they're polite.
Yes,
No, they're not.
exactly.
No,
but
they're
but
not.
still, dude. But they
We ain't dicks like Kiss fans.
Surprisingly, have we crossed in the mail or something? I mean, what the fuck? The one song I like from I got shit from like 3 weeks from people.
Jerry,
not
I
liking
gave
song.
you that shit to be a joke, though.
But he's not talking about you, Mark. He's talking about your fellow Rush fans.
I know, but he gave me
Yes.
shit for giving him shit on that, though.
You know, I think I mean, look, man, I've had it.
Al to his credit
How
was
dare
cool
I
about it.
say that I'm not a
He
fan
made
of
fun
the
of me
mid
on
to
the
late
episode,
80s
but-
Rush crap? Because I'm not. Okay. Way too much keyboards. I like keyboards, but Getty got ridiculous with it. When the keyboards are drowning out the rest of the fucking music, I'm like, oh, I tuned out for a while, dude.
But the thing is, Alex is like
I don't
getting
give a
around
fuck,
with
dude.
keyboards.
Yeah,
man.
but I couldn't hear. I mean,
I did.
Well, that's you, dude. Okay, I'm just saying it.
God,
Just
Power Windows has a lot of good riffs by Alex on there. Man.
Subdivisions is a cool keyboard song.
I like
think.
Subdivision.
Well, everybody likes single signals. They go off on them after Grace Under Pressure.
Yes.
And I
That's where I
understand-
kinda tuned out.
I understand. I
do.
understand to
I'm not
hold
on-
your
I'm not-
fire. I
I'm not
understand
on
to
a
hold
Rush
your
rabbit
fire
hole.
hate, but I don't understand the Power Windows because there's a lot of good riffs by Alex on Power Windows.
Thank
I didn't
God
know that
Rush-
Rush had a song in 1970, did they?
Yeah, thank God that there wasn't a Rush song in 1970. We
news
could talk
to
about
me.
that one all night.
See,
All right, let's
Power
get-
Windows is where they kind of lost me.
Yeah, you listen to it again. It's really good.
You know what? Maybe invite me on for a review, and I will.
We already did that with Eric.
Oh,
Hey,
See,
how
that's
many
what's happening.
hours? How many hours did it take for the Titanic to go down? Because this
A
fucking
lot.
episode's gonna go longer than that.
All right, keep going, Jerry.
All right, number 5. Mike. Oh shit! Number five minutes. Oh
We're talking
shit!
about
Christ,
Rush.
dude.
There-
I gotta-
there
All right,
wasn't
let's
even
zip through
an
these,
album
man,
out.
because
By
I
the
do
time
have
this
to go.
episode's over, like I'm gonna be late to the AC/DC concert tomorrow.
Let's do like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 real quick, guys.
Let's go.
Mike.
All
go
right,
ahead,
man. My number 5, Derek and the Dominoes, Layla.
Nice.
This song's fucking epic. I think the magic of Dwayne Allman and Eric Clapton was amazing. I adore this album, but this fucking song, it rules, man. You can just hear, and it's funny because like even one of my other favorite songs, Bell Bottom Blues, man, he wrote that for Patty too. And when he played it for her, she just looked at him like, I just want you to get me some blue jeans from America, Eric. Like almost like, what the hell's wrong with you, man? Like, I appreciate you writing me a song, but he's all fucking like, yeah, because he was just crazy retarded for that lady. And
make sure that there's heroin in the pockets.
The best part of that song, I thought, was the outro.
I love that part, but
fucking
man,
awesome.
that guitar solo and him and Greg going back and forth, and it's fucking awesome, dude.
That's one of my favorite albums of all time. I absolutely love that album, beginning to end.
Yes.
Double album at that. It's fantastic.
It's awesome.
It's Eric's best work, in my opinion.
You mean Dwayne Allman, not Greg?
Did I say no? I said Dwayne.
You said Greg.
I did.
Dwayne?
Oh,
you said Dwayne.
Oh, you said Dwayne. My bad.
It was Gwaine.
It's Dwayne. My bad.
It was Gawain, Sir Gawain.
Yeah, what's number 4, Mike?
He was Gawain.
So you want me to just
keep going, Jerry? Keep it going, man.
Okay, number 4, Deep Purple, Child in Time, Great Minds Think Alike, Mark. Number 3, Led Zeppelin, Immigrant Song, fucking epic. Number 2, Black Sabbath, Hand of Doom. I decided
keep the number 1. Keep the number 1 though. Don't give the number 1 yet.
Deeper. I decided to keep a deeper cut, which I mean I could have went any song on the first 2 Sabbath albums. They're fucking amazing, but I went Hand of Doom.
Oh, Hand of Doom.
All right.
Yeah. No,
great song.
Keep the number 1. 5 through 2, Favio.
All right, 5 through 2. Another instrumental for me from Abraxas, Santana, Samba Pati.
Oh,
love that song.
I love that song.
Yeah,
on Abraxas.
One of my favorite things about Santana is Santana's guitar playing, and it really shines here.
I really like it when he went into that jazz rock fusion in the 70s.
Me too.
Absolutely love it.
Yes. Number 4 is a repeat. Going back to Elton John, Your Song. Number 3, also a repeat. Actually, I got a few repeats here coming up. So, moving along here. Yeah, 3, Beatles, Long and Winding Road. Love the production on it. It's a perfect song. We already talked about this one. And number 2, Led Zeppelin, The Immigrant Song, which was also just picked in the last grouping.
That wasn't picked. I said I would have picked it.
Mike picked it.
Mike
picked it. Oh, okay.
But I do want to say, I know that we're trying to rush here, but I really
I'm not. I don't want to rush, man. It's just
I am.
It's just I gotta.
I'm sorry to sober up,
man. I gotta
Jerry,
work
you're
tomorrow,
retired, bitch.
But
that's true. Fuck it. I don't care. I can go
Jerry's retired. I'm on vacation. So, but I just wanted to say, I really love the Long and Winding Road on Let It Be Naked when they strip the orchestration and they also change the lyrics around a little bit. Instead of saying when he says, "You'll never know the many ways I tried," Paul says, "You've always known the many ways I've tried." That is deeper. You've always known the many ways I tried, and you still walk away. I love that line, and that's on. That's also on the Anthology 3. If y'all want to check that out,
I got it all those.
I think you gave me that. I think didn't you, Anthony? Or Andy? I think you gave me something like that. I think. No, you didn't give me that.
No, I gave you Let It Be in the White Album and Abbey Road. Those 3.
No, you gave me some kind of weird, not weird, but some compilation too.
Oh, I gave you Anthology 1.
That's it. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Al. 5 through 2.
All right, my 5 is what Sabbath song am I gonna pick? I'm going with Electric Funeral from Paranoid.
Nice.
One of my favorite songs by them. I used to play that song in a band that I was in. I used to love fucking cranking on the wah wah with that one, man. It was just, it was awesome, man.
You were a wah wah player? I never could even try playing with a
love
wah
it,
wah,
man.
man.
I got my dime bag wah wah pedal, man.
Yeah, I
Not
just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Number 4, Machine Gun, Jimi Hendrix. That's been picked already, but what a fucking awesome song that is. You know, I mean, you could probably consider that the eruption of like 1970. You know, with his like fucking soloing on it, it's just incredible. Child in Time, number 3. I got to go with that one, man. It's just such epic, and Ian Gillan is just through the roof on that one, man. Number 2, Out in the Tiles by Zeppelin, man.
Oh, good
wow.
one. Good one.
Always loved that one, man. It's one of my favorite songs from that album. That whole album is great, man. Like Jerry said, but Out of the Tiles just fucking rules, man. I love the riff on that, man.
Doesn't get the respect, man. All the other albums.
Page rules, man, on that. So, yeah, that's my 5 through 2.
All right,
Andy.
5 through 2. Fabio Santana, Embraces.
Nice.
Fantastic album, but I'm gonna go with one that's very with a hit song. I am gonna go with Oye Como Va. You know, I'm a proud Hispanic, and when that song came out on the radio, you know, I was like, man, it was such a big change. He had Latin rhythms, he had Spanish words, and fucking this guitar that would just rip through all that. It was great.
When I saw this guest list for tonight, I was like, "This is the Hispanic night we got going on here."
And they did that in Journey Through Time with Neil Sean and Greg Rowley when they got back together. That was
did they?
Yeah, because they played on that album too, right?
Yeah.
Did
they play on that one? I thought they came in on 3.
No, Greg Rowley. They played on That was Greg Rowley singing.
Was Neil Sean on Neil Sean wasn't on Abraxas though, right?
No, he was, but Greg Rowley was, but not.
Yeah,
but not on Sean. Okay, I'm gonna have to pick something different. Led Zeppelin 3, and I'm gonna go with my original one. I was gonna say Immigrant Song, but I am gonna go with Since I've Been Loving You.
Great one,
great
man.
Song. That it's still when I hear Jimmy doing that solo, he's like going off the freaking rails, and it's just going and going. And then the great ending with Plant just wailing and the guitar going and the drums. It was just a perfect ending to that song.
The song Remains the Same version of that was amazing, dude. Live. Oh yeah.
Number 3, Neil Young off of After the Gold Rush. I'm going to go with Southern Man. I love the guitar work on Southern Man.
That was about to make my list too.
Such passion in his singing. Also, a fun fact that also has Niels Lofgren on there. Niels Lofgren was 19, and Niels Lofgren went in there to join Crazy Horse. Now he is with Crazy Horse, but he went in there and said, "I play guitar," and Neil goes, "No, I play guitar. You could play piano." And the guy goes, and of course Niels Lofgren goes, "I've never played piano in my life." Well, that's him playing the one note on Southern Man, piano just over and over. And I never played piano before. Neil said, "Just play this beat over and over."
That fucking song rules, dude.
Yeah.
And it caused a feud with Skinner long before any of the rap feuds of the 80s and 90s and beyond.
Yeah, 80s, 90s until today. I'm going to go with George Harrison. I'm going to go with My Sweet Lord. I absolutely love that song.
Yeah. That album rules and that song rules. I know there's a lot of George Harrison haters out there, but I fucking love George
Harrison. No George Harrison haters. We just
there are, dude.
We just picked the number 3 deal.
I can tell a few very popular podcasters that don't like George Harrison.
Yep.
I just don't like the song off of Sgt. Pepper's, you know.
But he's my favorite. I get left. I'm a guitar player, so I love the lead guitarist. So that's why I love George more than anybody.
He was always my favorite member, believe it or not.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
that's cool.
God.
I mean, I love John and Paul and Ringo. I love them all, but George, I don't know. It was just something about the dude I liked, and
he had that quiet, cool.
Also,
without you.
He was quiet, cool, and on top of that, he might not have been as prolific as Paul and John, no doubt. But man, when the motherfucker hit a home run, he hit a home run.
That's great. I agree with that.
God damn, man. My guitar gently weeps. Are you fucking kidding?
Here comes and his guitar work from 63 to 65. It was just
he can even throw Fab at me.
There's not a bad member of the Beatles, by the way. Just saying.
But that's what I went with.
I want to throw out there. Norwegian Wood's cool. But goddamn, George made it a lot cooler when he added that fucking sitar.
Oh, you sure
oh God.
Yeah, I love me some
good sitar songs like him. With Him, Without You is horrible.
Okay. I'm not saying that's a good song, Mark. I'm just saying that when George hit a home run, he hit a home run.
Oh, and he did.
Think about it this way. He just posted an album. What is that? A quadruple album or something? That's how much fucking material.
There's 4 records in there.
There's 4 records.
The guy who produced it even said, when did you write all these? He goes, when I was with the Beatles. That was all rejected songs.
I just watched Lethal Weapon 2 again, and that song Cheer Down is amazing.
Is that album?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And that's what I mean. Like, that was rejected shit? Are you kidding me?
Did you guys ever hear the song Cheer Down off Lethal Weapon 2 with him and Eric Clapton? Great fucking song.
Great.
But a Beatles Anthology 3, you can hear their version of All Things Must Pass.
Wilbury's
they worked on that. You know, there's a lot of different things that they played on, like I'm Not Guilty. The Beatles did that too, but you know, they just didn't put it on their album.
You know, the Beatles is gonna dominate this episode. Let's keep going, Jerry.
All right, Mark, what do you got?
What do we at?
5 through 2.
5 to 2. I'm gonna pick CCR Ramble Tamble. Fucking song.
What a great opener.
And then I'm gonna go to Traffic. John Barrycombe Must Die.
Oh my gosh! I can't believe we got Traffic on here. That's great. I had them on my honorable mentions.
Then I'm gonna go to the James Gang Funk 49.
Nice.
And I'm gonna Jarek and the Dominoes Layla.
Very good, Mark.
And you know how much I hate Eric Clapton solo.
I'm not a Clapton fan. Besides,
I like him in bands. I don't like him solo that much.
Me too. I feel the same. He plays that same chord every fucking song in my opinion.
Well, Layla is just amazing.
But
I didn't realize Funk 49 was 1970. I would have.
Yeah, James Gang, man. One of the great, grooviest songs of all time. There you
Absolutely.
go.
All right. My number 5 is "Who'll Stop the Rain" by CCR. Somebody mentioned that earlier, I think, didn't they?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with "All Right Now" by Free, man. What a great song!
Great fucking song.
"Fat Old Sun" by Pink Floyd. I love David's vocals on that one. It's slow, melodic. I love how it ends with that solo he plays, man. Incredible.
That's a great album. I just didn't like the breakfast.
Alan's Psychedelic Supper. Yeah.
I saw him do that live on his solo tour.
Oh yeah.
I would have loved to have seen the Nick Mason's Saucer Full.
Oh, I saw that too, man.
Did you really?
How was that? Yeah.
I saw. I said this. I don't know. You weren't on the podcast, but I saw he played 2 nights at the Beacon Theater in New York City. But the one night that I went to it, Roger Waters came out and surprised them.
Really? Wow, that would have been awesome.
And they did set the controls, man.
Because Roger don't do. I think Roger and Nick have mended fences, but I don't think Roger. And
they did set the controls for the Heart of the Sun, which was fucking blew. My mind was just like,
wow.
You see,
you're lucky, man. You're from the New York, New Jersey area. Make you see all that.
We got everything there, man.
I know.
But the thing is, I'm sorry, but they took away Nick Mason's drums because it was fantastic early on, but then the later albums in the 70s and it's like they kind of stripped him back a little bit.
Time is
man. That early
Time is an amazing drum. Time is amazing drum work by him on that song, man. All right, but anyway, and you say this word 3 times in the mirror, cool shit will happen to you. Black Sabbath, Black Sabbath, Black Sabbath. There's 3 words: Black Sabbath album, Black Sabbath group, Black Sabbath song. I love that song, dude. It is the beginning of metal. I agree. And if you don't have a Black Sabbath song on, there's something wrong with you. So that's my 5 through 2. All right, we get to the number ones here. All right, Mike, what do you got?
The Beatles from Let It Be, Across the Universe. I absolutely love this fucking song. Like I said, it was literally a coin toss between this and Long and Winding Road. I adore this song. It's a great song to get baked to if that's your thing. And I love it, man. I always have.
I used to. Not acid, weed, but yeah.
Everything about it, man, and John's vocals and the lyrics are fucking great. And
lyrics are fantastic.
It's just like it blew my mind the first time hearing it as a kid, and I still love it to this day. It's one of my all-time favorite Beatle tracks.
Oh yeah, those lyrics, geez, they blow my mind. They're fantastic. All about peace and love. It is.
All right, Fabio, what's your number one, man?
Well, it's got to be Black Sabbath. Hasn't shown up on my list yet. So, no one's picked it yet. So I'll take it. I'm gonna go War Pigs. It's just the epic masterpiece. This is what Metallica modeled all their multi-layered 7-8 minute songs with different parts and bridges after. It all started right here with War Pigs. You got the killer intro, you got the bridge, long ass solo. I mean,
the
outro,
siren, man.
the outro with it's like I said, it's a blueprint that Metallica took.
It's epic.
Yeah, it's an epic.
And I was going to pick it, but I knew one of you fuckers was going to. So
Exactly.
I could probably teach Mark how to play any Black Sabbath song in 5 minutes, but I'm not making fun of them. They're so fucking cool with their riffs. Though. Tony was a master in his riffs, man. Basic, but his riffs were just out of this world, dude, and amazing.
Right. But just goes to show you something doesn't have to be complex to be great.
Not at all. Like I can teach Mark how to play fucking songs like Smoke on the Water and Paranoid in like 2 minutes, even though he's already picked up the guitar. It's how easy. But they're fucking legendary though, man. They really are. I mean, anyway. Al, number one, man.
Black Sabbath by Black Sabbath off of Black Sabbath.
Nice.
And cool shit are starting to happen to you right now when you said there's 3 words in the mirror.
I'll just leave it at that, man.
All right, Andy.
Gonna have to do something off of here. This is my favorite Black Sabbath album, actually. But I don't want to pick one that someone already picked. But they're all great songs.
Not a wrong answer.
So I'm going to go with Fairies Wear Boots. Man, you can't believe it.
I love that intro.
Is all that you do. Yeah.
And that's one of the songs that was the lyrics were penned by Ozzy, man.
Yep.
What's funny though is in his book he said, "I don't fucking remember, but apparently I wrote the lyrics to it." Which I'm going to Ozzy.
That's a pretty good
impersonation. You could tell that Ozzy wrote the lyrics in a way, because especially the part where he talks about. So I went to the doctor to see what he could give me, and he's like, "Son, you've gone too far. Because smoking and tripping is all that you do." Yeah, so fucking awesome, man.
Yeah.
All right, Mark, what's your number one, dude?
Well, everybody's picked the Beatles, and I haven't picked the Beatles yet. No, I'm picking the Beatles. I've absolutely loved this song. This is one song that just grooves and moves for me. One after 909. I love this fucking song. And we did the review on this, Andy. You know how much I love this song.
Yeah.
I fucking love this song. It's just amazing.
Fun fact, I did not pick a Beatles song in this show.
That's weird.
Yeah.
It is weird.
That's weird, Andy.
Couple great albums to choose from there.
I don't know if I call that a fun fact. I'm just kidding.
I'm disappointed in you, Andy.
Damn you.
All right.
It was a big change in 1970 for me, so.
Yeah. My number one is the second song I'm picking off Led Zeppelin 3. And dude, it's still today one of the most beautiful songs beautifully sung by Robert Plant. That's Tangerine, man.
You're gonna say that.
Great song.
Oh man, fucking love that song. It's been in a few movies, and when they play that song in the movies, like Almost Famous, it fits the fucking movie so good. It's so atmospheric.
I
It fits
love that
everywhere.
fucking movie, man. Almost Famous rules.
Yeah. And they also do That's the Way on there
And
as well.
and the rain song too. Actually,
Yeah.
at the end they do that.
And
But
That's the Way. Oh,
Yeah, that's
man,
the way.
I'm
It's great.
so good.
fuck, dude, I love Tangerine. Simple, basic acoustic. They got the A minor, G, D. Starts out incredible. Fucking, they make it sound so good with his guitar playing and Robert's vocals, man. It's again a match made in heaven, dude. And that song is one of my favorites. That probably a top 5 up in song for me. So I had to put that as my number 1. All right. Yeah, it was a long episode, and I'm sorry I kind of let it go too long because I'm kind of drunk and I'm not in control 100%. But thank you guys for staying up, and I'm sorry if it lasted too long. Appreciate it.
No honorable mentions.
If you want to, real quick, run through them. I mean, I don't, but I do, but I'm not gonna.
I got a couple.
Go for it, man. Go for it, Al.
Oh, I mean, if Mike wants to go first, I mean, if he has any.
What honorable mentions? Most
Yeah.
of them were songs most of you guys mentioned. Like that was all like Allman Brothers and like just yeah, I was like, oh yeah, I could see that and Santana, I can see that and there because I wrote a bunch of them down and then I had to kind of weed them out and it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy because it just makes you realize what an awesome year in music 1970 was, man. There was a lot of great records that came out the year I was born. So hell yeah, man. So
Cool.
there you go.
Al?
Mountain from Climbing, but I'm gonna go with Theme for an Imaginary Western. Always love that song, man.
That would have been my pick from that album too.
Yeah, I love that song. Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Lucky Man. Great song, man. I always love that
I love that song, dude.
Uriah Heep, Gypsy. Fucking awesome song too. And Genesis the Knife. It was the second Genesis album. Was when they started getting is when that song kind of pointed the way to the future of like them becoming progressive. And Phil Collins and
Hackett. Steve Hackett.
Yeah, Steve Hackett weren't even on that album yet, man.
Yeah.
So but it was already starting to, because their first album was like kind of a pop album, from Genesis to Revelation. Trespass, the second one, was really the beginning of like Genesis as you would start to know them in the 70s, with Peter Gabriel, and The Knife was like kind of like the prog song on that album. It started going in that direction. So yeah, that's a great one. So that's really it. I got a couple other ones, but they were already mentioned. So those are the ones that weren't mentioned that I wanted to get out.
Got any, Fabio?
Yeah, just a couple. I mean, I guess for me it would just be some of the R&B stuff and Motown stuff that I loved, like Jackson 5, I'll Be There. They also had The Love You Save, which was great. And then you got Stevie Wonder, Signed, Sealed, Delivered.
I'm yours.
And James Brown's Man's World. I love R&B and Motown, anything from the 60s and 70s. So those are some of the ones on my list.
Great stuff, man. Yeah,
good stuff.
And then kind of just get back to kind of the guitar singer songwriter Jimmy Buffett, Captain the Kid. I always loved that song.
The singer-songwriter's history, man. Doesn't that suck? You're not going to see that anymore, man.
Yeah.
They're out there, but they're not going to get any recognition. But anyway, for another episode. Andy, what do you got?
Yeah, I've got one that I was going to say, which is off of George Harrison's All Things Must Pass. Isn't It a Pity? Absolutely love that song. Truckin' by the Grateful Dead. Off of Eric Clapton's debut album, Let It Rain. Love that song. John Lennon doing Instant Karma. Absolutely love it.
That's a great song.
Every time I hear Instant Karma, I get so into that song. And this was mentioned, but Chicago 25 or 624. I've heard so many stories about it that the song's about an acid trip. and you listen to the lyrics, you're like, yeah, I can see that. So
I mean, the answer to that's in the title. 25 or 6-4. What the fuck? I mean, there you go. But yeah, Mark, you don't have any? I don't have any, do you?
I don't have any, man. I
any
kept
room
them
is
out.
sleeping deep.
I knew this was going to be a long episode, so I didn't put any mentions.
All right, we're gonna be off next week because I'll be unless Mark wants to do a show.
No, we're not off next week. We are doing a U2 album with Al and Andy.
On BS or free for it?
No, on BS.
Oh, okay. Well, then you'd be. That's right.
I asked
yes.
you if it was
Yeah,
okay.
you
You said okay. So
then never mind. We won't be then. Fuck you. Do it without me, then, you traitor.
You told me it was okay.
I know. I'm just kidding.
But it's Andy's episode, by the way.
I'll be picking my birth year on my next pick, which would be 1971 best song. So
that's the after the what is it?
Yeah, not next Thursday, but the next Thursday. So
that's the 29th. We're doing 71.
I promise I won't make it more than 2 hours. It'll be really short.
So the 29th, we're doing 1971.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll write that down right now.
But anyway,
on Freeform Rock Podcast, we got your episode coming up tomorrow, bitch. We got Smith Kotzen. What is it? Black Light, right? Whatever.
Yeah,
it
was. Yeah, it's a mixed album for me. I expected it to be a lot better than it was, but it had its moment. So,
oh, I loved it. I thought it was better than the first one.
Yeah, I don't think it's better than the first one.
No,
I love the first one.
But thank you guys for being on. I'll let Mark.
Make sure let Al and Andy promote their stuff and Mike.
That's why I said I'm gonna leave it to you to take it out.
Oh right, Al, promote your stuff, man.
Well, on my end, I'm going to AC/DC tomorrow. I'm taking my daughter Kayla, my wife. My daughter Kayla just turned 17 today, so
happy birthday, Kayla.
Yeah. So tomorrow we're going to AC/DC. We're going to rock out. She's got to see AC/DC at least once in her lifetime. I'm trying to get her to see all the classic. I've taken her to see Elton. I've taken her to see Paul McCartney. Styx, Kiss. All even though Kiss is Scab Kiss, but anyway, she even knows that Ace and Peter. She even knows that Ace and Peter weren't in them. So I educated her correctly on that one. Anyway, but yeah, we're gonna go rock out with AC/DC tomorrow, and then on Saturday or Sunday we'll do another episode of Knowledge Nerds. We'll review the
love that.
We'll review the concert and
great stuff, man.
Anything else that we was the homework albums that we gave each other and all that stuff. So I'll let Andy promote what we got going on next week. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, tomorrow my wife and I head out to Dallas for a music festival, which is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I'll be gone all weekend. It's I've had a very eclectic bands. One of them being the Spin Doctors.
Oh, wow!
Very eclectic. But I'm looking forward to it. And also, they got an ELO cover band in between sets.
I love cover bands.
Wait, which one is it? Which one is it?
I don't know the name of them, but they're like, huh?
Is it Evil Woman?
I don't know what it is.
I just saw Evil. Yeah, because I just saw Evil Woman down here like 2 or 3 months ago, and they were fucking fantastic, dude.
I gotta see, but dude, they play like between every set.
Yeah.
Okay. They're on. So I'm gonna go check that out. On Tuesday, we got an interesting show. We are going to be the panel's going to choose their own bands that they believe belong in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and the panel will vote if they belong there or not. I got a couple of feelers out there, and I got a yes on there. So we'll see who's going.
I would do that show.
I know, but Mark, I like to start at 7, and you're not there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know.
I could take off an hour early.
If you could take off an hour early, if you want to be on, that's great.
I will get. Well, what time? Oh shit! What the time that be? That'd be 5 your time, right? Be 5 my time.
Yeah, it'd be 5 your time.
Yeah, I would get here by 6, so that won't work. I'm sorry.
I know. I just like to do it at 7 because I don't like to be up late. I'm up late now because I'm on vacation. Here. Well, I'm on vacation.
Oh, whatever.
I'm sorry, but yeah, that's what we're doing next week. So maybe if you quit your job, Mark, you could be on.
I can't quit my job, dude.
Be hanging out with Bob. Be hanging out with Bob. Oh, I'm sorry.
Maybe
That's fucking
maybe
funny.
retire
Sorry.
like fucking Jerry did.
It was
Oh,
just
yeah.
a question.
I can't retire. I destroyed my 401k getting divorces. So yeah, I can't do that.
And
That sucks, Mark. I'm sorry to hear that, bro.
It's okay,
Yeah.
man.
I'm gambling with my health, though, man. I got 10 years without insurance, man.
You
So
know,
it's gonna- I
David.
hope I stay healthy.
Jerry's gonna adopt me, so I'm gonna be in Tennessee pretty soon.
so hopefully I'll be able to get a Pop the Met, Crack the Bat episode next week as well. Now that Jerry is on vacation. And hopefully we can get is retired, and hopefully we can get an episode of Three Shots Down. Hopefully,
Hey, man.
Hey,
We
what
just
if I
cannot.
take off 2 hours early?
We just cannot agree on a date to do it. It's like we have our schedules are so
Hey,
fucking
I
bad.
could take off 2 hours early and be here at 5.
You know, Andy, that Pop the Mitt, Crack the Bat. You ought to ask Bildo to. He's a huge
You should ask him
baseball
to be on that.
enthusiast. Big time, man.
I still want to do an episode of top 11 World Series. That's not your team.
I've already got my list done for that.
My top 11 World Series is the ones the Cardinals win. I don't give a fuck about anybody else.
No, that's not your team.
You can't pick your team's game.
You can't pick your team. I can't pick the Dodgers. You can't pick St. Louis.
Okay.
I can't pick the Astros, but I'm
Yeah.
going to pick the Dodgers 2017.
Fucker. All right, man. Jerry, take us out of here, man.
Once again, thank you guys for being on. I just want to say shout out to my new co-host Joseph Staub on my Sticks podcast or YouTube channel. That's going to be awesome. And other than that, you guys, I love you guys. Like I said, I'm always humbled by what you guys know about music because I learn every time you guys are on. I know I say that a lot, but I mean that. I really do. Just thank you, man. You making my life. I have such a great time learning from you guys. So thank you.
Hey, man.
And y'all.
Always an honor and a pleasure. Thank you for having me on. Thank you for inviting me. What I got coming up, we got a few episodes of the plug in the can, and we got some pretty cool stuff. We're right in the middle of doing our Megadeth retrospective, which is something we started with Scribble a ways back, but we never got to do the follow-up. We finally did part 2, part 3, and then the next episode after that will be the last 4 Megadeth albums. And some other stuff. And then, of course, the Metal Mike Show every Friday on Cranium Radio, 8 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which would be, of course, 7 p.m. to 12 a.m. here in Central. Come by, say hello.
I'm just going to say, Scribble asked me what we're doing tonight, and I said, best songs of 1970. He said gay.
Oh, damn.
I'm just going to say that.
Scribble.
Scribble, I love you, but 1970 is not gay. Me and Metal Mike were born in that year.
Yeah,
So
kind of,
fuck
yeah,
you,
bro.
bitch.
Like, what the fuck?
You kind of
dude?
hurt my feelings there. All right. We're out of here, man.
Actually pick a year that's gay. You really think
He said gay. All right. We're out of here, man. Thank you guys. Check out everybody's shows. Check out Be Cool or Be Cast Out YouTube channel. Check out Black Spinner Circle. Check out The Plug. And check out Metal Mike on Cranium Radio on Friday nights. We're the fuck out of here. And also check out Cherry's Sticks podcast that's coming out. Later, guys. We're the fuck out of here.
Thanks.
Freeform rules. Later.